We are live from Tallahassee, Florida, standing inside of Gene Cox Stadium. I'm David Hayes along with Robert Fleming and Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club and powered by PCB Hobby. Make sure to go check out PCB Hobby at 11939 Back Beach next to Florida Linens, or call them at 850-320-8388. This is the Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming pregame show. Robert Fleming going to be breaking it down for us. We've got a big one tonight. The Rickards Raiders are the home team, taking on your Mosley Dolphins, coming off of a big-time loss against the Bay Tornadoes. Robert, tell us some of the things that you took away from that game, and then we'll start kind of previewing this game this evening.
Yeah, good to be here with you guys. It's always a pleasure. You guys do a great job. You know, it was one kind of like everybody, not necessarily shocked, but extraordinary disappointment to lose to a big rival that the last couple of years you've had a lot of success against. And so, you know, disappointing in that, but you're starting to look at film and starting to recognize, okay, it's just one game. In fact, a couple of years ago, we lost a game here at Leon early on, and then wound up having a good year.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
And so, you know, it's early. You either win or you learn. And so hopefully Mosley learned a lot from it. But some of the things that we saw there were some things we knew. So, for instance, the secondary we knew was a little bit suspect after the Rutherford game, and we had to improve there. I didn't see a lot of improvement there. And in the offensive line, we knew we didn't want to get in long down and distance where guys like T.J. Davis could pin their ears back. And unfortunately, we did have a lot of long down and distance. And the thing that I didn't expect was we made uncharacteristic mistakes. So that's something, penalties, drop balls, things like that are not typical for this Mosley football team.
Kyle, you got anything to ask Robert Fleming? Guys, we're live from Gene Cox Stadium.
Yeah, we are live, and we are right here. We got a lot of preparation. We got a little perspiration. It's feeling good out here tonight.
I've lost 10 pounds that I did not have to lose.
What a night, what a night. Robert, you mentioned, and it seems like Mosley's had their Tallahassee losing at Florida High. September 4th, losing at Leon. September 30th of 2022, losing at Child of 2022 for the last win that Mosley has had in Tallahassee. Is there anything to the preparation that goes into that hour coming into the Eastern time zone?
You know, and I actually forgot about the Childs game. That's a good point.
That was forgettable, brother.
Yeah. You know, but I really don't think so, because Mosley's had success on the road as well. You know, I think the Childs game and the Leon game, you had some similar situations as you had in the Bay High game. Hopefully that can be rectified where, you know, especially Leon, I remember distinctly Sammy Freitas, zone at Gene Cox Stadium. We had some turnovers, the passer very well. And, you know, and the same thing with Florida High. On one at a last-second pass. Florida High won on a last-second drive and run into the end zone. And so they were close games. They weren't, you know, Mosley didn't play terribly against Florida High. It was just a really good team. They did play poorly against Leon. I don't think there's anything to do with the Tallahassee. I think it's just coincidence. Hopefully. We'll see.
That's what we said. But it was something worth talking about.
My man Kyle is on a high since last week, and anything having to do with Tallahassee, he feels like it causes trouble to the opposing teams. I'm not sure why. But yeah, Kyle Wright on the high after the FSU win against Alabama. I guess I owe you a few roll tribes throughout the game tonight, Kyle Wright.
Hey, what was the score of that game? Does anybody remember?
I don't. Out of sight, out of mind type deal.
Well, Robert, I got another one for you here. Last week, one of the rants I just continued to go on was maybe just a little bit of lack of identity on the offensive side of the ball for the Dolphins. So talk a little bit about that.
You know, I think going into the game, we did have a lack of identity or not certain what we were going to see from the Mosley Dolphins offense. This game, I expect to see the identity that came out in the Bay High game, which is a lot of Sammy Chisholm, was spelled with Sean Williams, who also played well, maybe even a little bit of Will Arboleta. So I think we're going to see a lot of run game, short passing game, because I think that's important, number one, because we just ran the ball really well against a good Bay front. But number two, it protects JP. It gets us in good down and distance.
Absolutely.
It gets us in good down and distance, so JP's not having to sit back for long periods of time. I'd much rather us be 2nd and 5, 3rd and 4 than what we found ourselves last week a lot, which was 2nd and 15, backed up because of penalties, negative plays, where then our offensive line, no matter how good our offensive line is, we don't want to be in a situation where the other team really believes we're going to throw the ball and can just pin their ears back against an inexperienced but potentially good offensive line for Mosley.
You're tuned in to Mosley Football Live. This is the Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming pregame show. I'm David Hayes along with Robert Fleming and Kyle Wright. So we're out of sight, out of mind with last week as well. Of course, we want to learn the lesson from it. What do the players need to do? We talked a little bit about the coaching staff and the schematic, but again, the schematics, but again, with high school athletes here, and that was maybe one of the biggest losses that we've seen since 2022, being of the county connection, the county rivalry between Bay High and Mosley.
No, you're really right. It was, and I think that was a big thing also after the game. It was just, we were so unaccustomed to it. It just hasn't happened in a long time for Mosley. And so I think the guys, they do have to learn from it. They do have to learn from their mistakes. They have to look at the tape. They have to work out the problems that they had in practice. But then you got to go into this and recognize we're not that team. This team has talent. They just need to cut out the mistakes, cut out the penalties. Adam Land is not a guy that drops passes like that, and neither is Jamarcus. So, we just had a bad game, learn from it, and then move on. And so I think the good thing is that usually teenage boys are good at saying, especially confident teenage boys like we have on the Mosley team, are good at, okay, let's wipe that away and let's look forward to this Rickards game.
Yeah, this is where we really find out about the leadership tonight, the belief from the guys and the captain that they chose at the beginning of the season, and JP Holson back there.
Yeah, I really think that this game is going to be one where we're going to see whether what we saw last week is the Mosley football team or what we saw against Rutherford is the Mosley football team. I think this week where, okay, they recognized, okay, they have some issues to deal with. Bay exposed those issues. Are they going to have the maturity to deal with that this week and play better? So I think this game is going to be emblematic of the Mosley football team that we're likely to see the rest of the year.
Coach, when we're looking at the secondary, or Coach, we're giving him the title.
You can call me whatever.
Coach Fleming. Coach Fleming. Robert, when we're looking at the secondary and some of the suspicions that we've had about him to this point, what is your solution? What is Fleming's facts of a solution here?
I think number one is get to the quarterback. So I think I would suspect that you see more blitzing from the front seven, especially Will Arboleta from the nickel position. See some from Colbert, number 5, who's an inside linebacker. And I think you're going to see more blitzing from Wyatt Fleming on the inside. And he's not told me that, but that's what I would suspect. Number one, to make the quarterback uncomfortable, because Zay had a fantastic game. I don't see this quarterback being the same caliber as Zay, but Zay sometimes had a lot of time on his hands last week. I think that they're going to try to eliminate that this week.
There you go. A little ice cream reference there. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue. I don't know if they have great ice cream or not, but that's the only one that I see here on our sponsor list that would serve ice cream. Rosemary and Thyme, Dermatology Associates, Skin and Cancer Center as well. We've talked about Mosley a little bit. We're going to bounce right back to him. Big game tonight here at Rickards in Tallahassee for the Raiders and the Dolphins. What do you know about Rickards? What can we expect from them? I know a little bit about their roster, but haven't seen much of the statistics or the film leading into this game. Robert, your thoughts?
They're very talented. They played against a talented East Side team last week. And so I would suspect that you're going to see a lot that you saw from Bay last week. You have a dual-threat quarterback. You have a big offensive line. In fact, their offensive line is bigger than Bay's, and I think it's not as good as Bay's because they have some really, really big guys at guard and at center.
So not as athletic as what Bay was up front.
That's right. They don't move very well. But I think you have guys on the outside that are extremely talented. So a couple of guys to keep your eye on. Number 0, Davion Cromartie. He's a guy that returned a kick last week for a touchdown against Eastside. Number 4, Aaron Johnson Jr. He's the wide receiver slot that is going to factor into their passing game a lot. Had a couple of touchdowns against Eastside. He's assistant coach's son as well. Running back Carlise Price had a big, probably 60-yard touchdown run against Eastside as well. He's explosive. He's not quite as big as like an MJ that we saw last week, but he is an athlete and can take it to the house if you give him a seam. And so they have explosive players. That's one thing that Mosley's defense is going to have to do is limit the explosive plays. Get, like they did last week, get the other team in 3rd and long, but this time get off the field on 3rd and long. And they weren't able to do that with Bay High.
Now, I'm not claiming that you're a meteorologist or a biologist or whoever would know the answer to this question, but the humidity, the factor, the heat factor here, how does that play a role in this game? Because we know, I would say that we all know that when it comes to hydration, you don't start hydrating the day of, the night of.
Absolutely.
But also, we haven't really been dealing with this level of heat in a week or two, so now it gets thrown on you. What do you do there as a player?
So I think my 2 concerns is, number 1, watching the body language of Mosley. It was not really hyped during warm-ups. I'm hoping that's just they're taking a business-like attitude to it. But I was also thinking of maybe the heat, that they're, it's really hot and we're not liking the heat.
Yeah.
But number 2, Mosley under Whidden usually has guys only go one way, so they don't have a lot of two-way guys. So typically I wouldn't worry about fatigue. But we do have some guys going 2 ways, especially Carson Griffin in the defensive backfield as well as that wide receiver. We might see Jamarcus in the defensive backfield as well. Hopefully, we mentioned Christian Brown was going to be back last week. He wound up not dressing. Hopefully he's going to be back some this week and help spell some guys. But that would be my concern, is that we have some guys that now are going both ways, and so hopefully those guys don't wear out in this heat. And my other concern is, if the defense doesn't get off the field, they're going to wear down rapidly in the second half, like they did towards the end of Bay High game.
Yeah, I mean, you took my question about the heat.
I'm sorry about that.
You're good. No, that's
We're
good.
too far apart for our telekinesis to be working right now.
Plus, I don't think it works through 98% humidity and 99 degree temps. I guess I can go to the emotion, because we talked to some people kind of close to the Mosley program last week, and some of the players, not all, had the mentality that they had already beat Bay before we go onto the field. How do you reset from that?
I think that's legitimate, and I think that's why this game is so important for who Mosley's going to be, because I do think, in spite of what they might have said pregame, that they were supremely confident, because none of those guys that were playing in that game had ever lost to Bay, because the last loss to Bay was as a freshman. They had never played, so all they knew was complete dominance over Bay High, and so I think that they went in, some of them at least, a little bit overconfident. Now they realize, hey, we got beat last week. Eyes are wide open this week. So I think that they have to realize, they can't take anything for granted going forward. Again, they could win the rest of their games this season. They could lose any number of them. And so I think that they have to realize they got to come out and play violently, play hard with a lot of emotion.
Well, we are here at Gene Cox Stadium getting ready for the colors to ride out onto the field, and we'll take a moment here to pause.
JROTC color guard under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Robert Proctor and Master Sergeant.
Do you have anything else you want to get on? We still have 7 minutes.
Honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem by the James S. Rickards High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Emerson Young.
I've got this one on
Master
still for
color
that.
guard is commanded by Cadet Staff Sergeant Janiyah Jones. Members are Cadet Staff Sergeant Wyatt Silas, Cadet Staff Sergeant Amberly Wimber, Cadet Staff Sergeant Kenyon Sloan, Cadet Staff Sergeant Destiny Watson, and Cadet Sergeant Avery McClinton. Please remain standing until the color guard enters the field. The voice of the Mighty Rider Battalion is Cadet Staff Sergeant Angel Ingram.
Thank you.
You got any more questions? I can come up with something. It's up to y'all. I feel like I'm about to ball out over here. All right, we're back here. Mosley Touchdown Club presenting Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. I'm David Hayes, along with Robert Fleming and Kyle Wright, and we've got just under 4 minutes until we get to the kick. Robert, Fleming's Facts final take here, presented by Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming pregame show here. Give us what Mosley needs to do. Give us your final thoughts, your final takeaways from this game.
So I think ultimately on offense, Mosley's got to run the ball, establish a run, short passing game. Don't have JP sitting back for long periods of time. Keep a reasonable down and distance, keep moving the chains, limit third and long, second and long, and on defense they got to tackle in space. There's a lot of skill on Rickards' team. Make their quarterback uncomfortable. Don't let them sit back there in the pocket. Let's have improvement in the secondary. Hopefully Christian Brown comes back and helps out in that regard, and get off the field on third down, especially with this heat. The defense cannot stay out on the field all game like they did last week against Bayhau, or they're going to be toast in the second half. And so
funny.
Yeah, literally. And so I don't expect the same mistakes to happen, like drop balls and penalties, that sort of thing. So assuming that doesn't happen, if Mosley's able to do those things, I give Mosley an advantage. A win, single-digit win, close win, but I give Mosley the victory tonight.
All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and do some quick mic switching real quick, and then we'll be right back here at Gene Cox Stadium with the kick. We are live from Gene Cox Stadium. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. It is live out here in Tallahassee, Florida. It is hot out here as well, but we are getting ready for some high school football. I want to thank all of our sponsors: Arbor Properties, Cox Pools Commercial, Jessica Ling Insurance, Panama City Moose Lodge 1389, Reliance South Construction, Steverson Air Conditioning, and Whitehead Plumbing. Also, Dermatology Associates Skin and Cancer Center, Rosemary and Thyme, Sonny's Barbecue, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, and Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming. Rickards has taken the field, as well as the Mosley Dolphins, so we're right and ready for kickoff. I had to catch my breath. We're waiting on some waters right now here in a beautiful Tallahassee, Florida. Want to thank Mr. Eddie's Barbershop. They'll be sponsoring the first downs tonight. Beach House Sales and Development on the touchdowns. Bite Me Custom Treats, Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County, GolfWithJ.com, Price & Sons Fencing, KL Skaggs Heating and Air. It's time for the kick here from Gamecock Stadium. Kyle, what's your keys to the game?
My goodness, brother. First of all, the keys for the broadcast crew would be to get some water immediately. That is on the way, though, so we're good. The keys for the offense tonight, Dave, which is where Mosley's going to start. We talked about it. Find yourself. You got to find yourself. Who are you? Keep the ball on the ground. Mosley got away from the run last week. Bay proved multiple times that they were unable to stop it. So for Mosley tonight, they got to keep it on the ground. Make them stop you. Don't start forcing stuff until they prove that they can make it happen. And on the defensive side of the ball, Dave, disrupt and disturb. Exactly what Robert Fleming said. Force mistakes, get in the quarterback's face, and don't let them just take control of the line of scrimmage.
All right, we are getting ready for the kick here at Gamecock Stadium. Ball lined up in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. And here is the kick. Will Arboleta back at the 5 behind it. He will grab it off of a bounce across the 10. He is pursued, spins out of a tackle. Number 26 tries to take him down. Gets a block. Will Arboleta has some space. He's down the left side. He's across the 50, across the 40. A flag flies. Looks like it might come back. Fletcher Taylor escorts him down the sideline. Arboleta into the end zone, but there is Laundry, and Adam Land is staring at it.
We got a little ticky-tack holding call. Going to bring this thing back to about the Mosley 40-yard line, and I do not like it, Dave.
That penalty brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats there.
Looked like a clean block to me. Will Arboleta, first of all, should have never got that ball past about the 12-yard line. Absolutely incredible job on that return. A lot of grit, some great blocking, including the one that drew the flag, which is completely disagreeable, but regardless, Mosley going to get some much better starting field position than they should have on that, and that credit goes to Will You Betta Arboleta.
Oh, there you go, Kyle. Yeah, it was Adam Land up there blocking. I didn't see anything necessarily nefarious there, but
yeah, this is my alternate skin. This is heat stroke Kyle.
So here we go. We're getting the call. Looks like a little bit of a sideline warning, maybe. But it is holding. Just saw the referee put his arms behind his back there. They'll start it at, or the flag
flew.
You
threw the flag at like the 50.
Yeah, it was across the 50. That'll move him back to the 30-yard line. So that's how we'll get this game started. We've got J.P. Olsen back, first-year starter, 1-1 as a starter. He's got 2 wide receivers over here to the bottom of your screen, 3 wide receivers up top. Jamarcus Halstead, Adam Land down here on the right, Fletcher Taylor, Carson Griffin out to the left.
Empty backfield to start.
Here we go. 11:38 left to play in the first quarter. Brought to you by GolfWithJ.com. And the toss out to Adam Land. He's going to run a man over. He's still on his feet. Stumbles out of bounds at the 35-yard line to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Kind of just one of those classic Mosley Dolphin early on plays. Little screen pass to the outside. Get your playmakers involved early. Got a couple of Division I receivers on this team. Adam Land, Mississippi State. Carson Griffin committed to Delaware. Get them involved early. I like it.
Jace Jernigan, the center right guard, is not playing tonight. The starting right guard, Joseph Chima, that should be Matt Dolan, starting right guard, as we've got a referee inferring something. He's going to take Matt Dolan, who we just mentioned, off of the field, and Jace Jernigan comes in off of the bench. Big Jace Jernigan's going to come in, play right guard. You got Tristan Steele at right tackle, James McMillan playing left guard, and DeMarcus Smith, number 50, at the left tackle position.
No one talking to 50 on the sideline, interested to know why he came off.
It's going to be a give to Sammy Chisholm. He's right up the middle. He's across the 50-yard line after a little stutter step. Goes out just shy of the Raiders' 45-yard line. Both teams coming in with a 1-1 record. Kyle, what's the key for the Dolphins for victory?
The key for the Dolphins is going to be to avoid what they've already got going here, as they just drew their second penalty of the game with a flag sitting there at about the 35-yard line. Maybe a little illegal motion, maybe a hold. Not 100% sure. I didn't see anything. Of course, I'm staring right into Icarus' enemy right now, so
Illegal formation.
Okay,
Illegal formation will negate the big gain there from Sammy Chisholm. Bite Me Custom Treats on the penalty. Give them a call at 319-6857. Carla makes her treats talk. Kyle, you know what those treats say?
Bite me.
Absolutely, my man. You're catching on. You're catching on. Water breaks are brought to you by Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County. Give Matt Simmons a call at 850-896-4156 here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. 11 minutes, 21 seconds left to play here.
Well, they're walking this thing.
And now they're walking it back in favor of Mosley.
Looks like they're waving it off, according to the PA announcer here.
So the ball is at midfield.
A lot of weird action early on in this thing. Couple of penalties, one picked up, one that shouldn't have been thrown in the first place. And Mosley's gonna sit with decent field position here right at the 50.
First and 10 from the 50-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark. Give to Sammy Chisholm. He's right up the gut. He'll get a yard or two, a positive gain. And that'll bring up second and short here. 11 minutes left to go in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. If you want to shave some strokes off your game, go to golfwithjay.com. So gained about a yard there to bring up second and 9. 11 minutes left to go here. From the far side of the field, Mosley's going to have Adam Land inside of Carson Griffin. Jamarcus Halstead on the bottom of your screen. Inside is Fletcher Taylor. They're going to throw. It's going to be quick to Adam Land. That ball batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Dave, get you a sip of water. I'll take over for what just happened right there. A little bit of a breakdown and protection, and JP unable to see over that defensive line. He had a couple guys open on the left side. I tried to burn some time, and David, in classic David Hayes action, doesn't take advantage of my filibuster.
I'm sorry, man. We're
Get
in the
you some
middle of a
water,
drive right here.
We ain't going to be able to call next week's game if you're on the floor.
3rd and 9 here from the 49-yard line. Mosley needs to get it to the Rickard 40-yard line.
The Ricky.
Sammy Chisholm to the left of JP. JP drops back 3 steps. Going to sling it out to Adam Land with the orange cleats, the orange gloves. Tries to stay up. He'll go down at the 45-yard line to split the sticks.
Going to be an interesting decision coming up here. Obviously, we know Tommy Joe. This is 4-down territory.
And the punt team comes on. Talon Moore, the punter for the Mosley Dolphins.
Back to punt for Mosley.
He's got 5 punts on the year, 135 yards, 2 of those going inside of the 20. 10:07 and counting here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. We've got our first punt of the game on Mosley's first drive. And we're going to get another player off the field. I believe that's for not having his mouthpiece in there, Kyle.
Ah, okay. Maybe that was the first one as well, because 50 came right back onto the field. Matt Dolan did end up coming back out.
9:57 here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter.
Oh, my
that
goodness.
snap sails over Talon Moore's head, but he recovers and still makes a great punt, and that'll go inside the 20 as well. Hats off to the senior punter, Talon Moore.
That had disaster written all over it there for both teams. Rickards running that 11th man out at the very last second, and Talon Moore getting the ball snapped over his head and somehow still puts Rickards back inside their own 20.
But tell me what you did think of that first drive there, Kyle.
Yeah, I thought Mosley kind of they didn't do the one thing that we thought they should have done early on. They didn't run the football. A few telegraphed plays, and well, as you know, those will come back to get you. Sammy Chisholm touches the ball twice on that drive, and one of them carries it across the 50-yard line and then doesn't get it again. So,
all right.
Interesting strategy early on.
9:45 left to play here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Rickards takes over for their first drive. They're going to fake the give. Number 13 rolls out. He's going to throw it. Wyatt Fleming in pursuit. Wyatt Fleming on his back, and he goes down.
I'll tell you one thing about having Wyatt Fleming on you. You're going to know he was there.
He had a great game last week as well, Kyle. Wyatt Fleming up to 16 total tackles on the year, which leaves him having 10 last week against Bay.
Yeah, I mean, 16 tackles, and really that just doesn't even do justice for what he's able to accomplish.
Rickards right on the give, up the middle. The running back works his way to the top of your screen and goes down at the 25, and that'll bring up 3rd and very short here.
Yeah, if you're Rickards, I'd probably just do the same thing. Good stop there by Mosley, keeping it short, but able to fall forward and really just another run just like that, and you got the first down.
They need to get to their 26-yard line here. 3rd and short, 8:53 left on the clock. From the top hash mark, wide receiver in motion from the top to the bottom of your screen. They roll out, they throw it to him a little behind number 10.
Wow.
And he goes down, but he's got enough for the first down.
We're going to give the credit for that tackle to the 30-yard line.
That was Jadathan Bryant on the carry there. The quarterback is Jordan Kelly, 6'1" junior. He's got a running back on his left hip here. 2 wide receivers on either side of the offensive line. Tries to draw the Mosley defensive front offsides. Almost got him, but didn't get the snap off in time. It's 1st and 10 here. Ball at the near side of the field. Number 4 in motion. They're going to run it to the left side of the line. He sneaks and wiggles his way just across the 40-yard line to bring up 2nd down.
Looks like they pulled number 4 to the left side there, and excuse me for not having my roster in front of me for Rickards. Aaron Johnson, he pulls in motion to the left side of the offensive line and picks up a key block to make that play happen.
2 wide receivers out to the right for the Raiders, running back to the left. Now number 4 in motion, but then cuts right back to his original position. It's going to be a quick play, quick fake handoff, and number 25 puts the moves on the Mosley Dolphin defense to end up in Dolphin territory for a first down, and that first down provided by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop. 2 great locations in Panama City. Go check them out.
Kingston Paul kind of caught sleeping a little bit right there. Got a little bit too aggressive trying to make that tackle.
1st and 10, the Raiders back off of their set position. Now back to set. 2 wide receivers on either side. It's going to be a quarterback draw. Number 13 right up the middle, Jordan Kelly for a small gain, and a flag flies.
What could this possibly...
That flag brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats, and that's going to be a personal foul on the defense.
For what? For what?
Face mask. Or are they calling targeting?
I know it was a hard hit, but
that penalty brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats.
We'll have to go back and check that one out a little bit later on.
Let's go.
2 wide receivers outright for the Raiders. 2 stacked up here on the left. Number 13 rolls out, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. That was Jordan Kelly in pursuit by the Dolphins defense.
Good job there by the Miami Dolphins, the Mosley Dolphins, not falling for the early play action. I'm being cooked right now, brother. I'll be in this thing in a minute. We're good.
7:04 left to play here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Rickards threatening inside the 20-yard line of the Mosley Dolphins. Ball in the middle of the field. 3 wide receivers bunched up to the right of the line, and they're going to give it to number 11, who sneaks his way inside the 10-yard line of the Dolphins. That's Carlise Price.
Speed will make you pay, brother. If you miss that first tackle on a speedy band, you let him get past that first wave of tacklers, and it's tough. And here comes another penalty flag.
I think that one might be going against Rickards the way, well, the white hat is walking towards that coaching staff. Number 65 is a grown man. I don't have a number for him on the roster, but look down on that. Oh, man, 70, what is that, 76 as well? Zayden Jones. My goodness, they got some grown men there on the offensive line. That is for sure.
Rickards walking backwards. That'll indicate that it is against them.
I do believe it's going to be of the personal foul variety there, Kyle. Just because of how far they're walking back. They do have a huge offensive line, as Robert Fleming was pointing out there in the Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming pregame show.
Take a page out of David Hayes' book.
Would love to thank our sponsors, PCB Hobby. They are the company that powers us. Visit them over there at 11939 Back Beach. They're right next to Florida Linens. We sell fun, coins, comics, sports cards, TCGs, in-store or online with eBay Live. And I'm there on Fridays and Saturdays from 11 to 6, unless we're traveling to Tallahassee to call a football game. Also, Mr. Eddie's Barbershop, Beach House Sales and Development, and Bite Me Custom Treats. We'll thank more sponsors as we go throughout the show. We don't got the comments with us right yet, guys. Once the sun goes down, we'll pull up the YouTube feed and start chatting with you guys throughout the show as well. 6:57 remaining here. Still waiting on the officials to walk the ball back here.
We really just got about maybe 20 real-time minutes until that sun's out of reach, and then
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 23-yard line.
So just outside of the red zone here for the Raiders. They've had a very impressive drive to this point. There's been some penalties. It's been a little bit like last week to an extent with the uncharacteristic penalties to this point, but we still got a long way to play.
And Coach Wooden kind of lighting up the referees right now. They walked this thing back. They walked it back.
Let's go, Raiders. Let's go.
Walked it back to about the 35. Now the ball's sitting right back at the 23. And there's some confusion amongst this officiating crew early on. And, you know, Coach Wooden's not going to let you get away with it.
Golfwithjay.com, first quarter. Go check him out, man. He focuses on the 4 key components. Do you know what that is in the game of golf? Do you know what the 4 key components are in the game of golf, Kyle?
Well, I know what my 4 key components are. But
it's what you got in the bag of what you got with you.
For a real golfer, what are they?
It is grip, posture, plane, and pivot. My man Jay's got 19 years of experience. Here we go from the 23-yard line. It is a Raiders 1st and 10. 1st and goal. I don't see the sticks up. 13. Looking on the outside. He's going to sling it out there, and he will be dropped for a loss by the Dolphins defense.
Yeah, Will Arboleta right there in his grill. Great job there by the exterior. I think that was Wyatt Fleming there on the tackle.
It's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 25-yard line. Actually, about the 27. That was a nice loss there. Started by the Dolphins defense out wide. 2 wide receivers down at the bottom of your screen. Number 13 is going to hand it off to number 11. That is Carlise, and he runs a man over, gets inside of the 20-yard line to bring up a 3rd and long goal.
Yeah, the key here for Mosley is just you got to guard that paint line right there. You can let him pick up 10. I'd say anything more than that is probably 4 down territory, so you got to keep him in front of you here. Give him the short pass all day, but make the tackle.
Big 3rd down coming up for the Dolphins defense. Underneath 6 to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. 13 drops back. He's on the move. Chase, he makes a throw out wide to Carlise Price. He's one-on-one, and Carlise Price is going to be called out of... I did not see a signal, Kyle. Did you see a signal? I guess since it was just wide open like that, I did not see a signal down low there, but it is 6-0 there after the toss.
I muted my mic when I pulled the YOLO box down.
The toss there from Jordan Kelly to Carlise Price on that connection. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead, 37 on for the extra point. The snap is good, holds good, and the kick is good. And that is Mason Doe for the Doe on the extra point. We've got a 7-0 ball game. The Raiders lead the Dolphins with 5:45 left to play here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Kyle, let's go ahead and mute those mics and step away for a quick break. We're back here at Gene Cox Stadium. The Raiders just had a successful drive when it was 3rd and goal from about the 20-yard line, and they punch it in. Carlise Price on the touchdown. They lead 7-0. We do have, this is a Mosley live broadcast, but there's also this game's also being broadcasted live here in Tallahassee. So we've got TV timeouts, Kyle, and so it's going to be a little bit longer. Mosley Dolphins, their team, their special units, their return team already out on the field waiting on the Raiders kickoff unit to make it on to the field here. What would you like to see on the second drive, Kyle, for the Dolphins offense?
Well, what did I say the key to the game was? Find your identity. Well, Sammy Chisholm, once again, touches the ball twice on that drive, and they can't really stop him. I'd make Rickards stop him.
Oh.
And you've got a healthy mix. You've got good running backs, just like Robert Fleming said in the pregame. You've got Sean Williams, who could take it every down. You got Will Arboleta, who could just about take it every down. Come on now.
That touchdown was brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development, the Gulf's premier real estate group from PC to 38. Short kick there. It's going to be taken by Fletcher Taylor. Fletcher Taylor across the 30-yard line, but then stood up, and that is where the Dolphins will take control of their second offensive drive. 5:36 remains in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Go to golfwithjay.com to up your game.
Jay.
And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Dixie defense.
I was trying to hear what they call the defense, but I couldn't understand it. The
Sounded
deep sea defense?
Oh, maybe because they're the Raiders, I guess.
Raiders,
I
yeah.
thought he said the DCP. I was like, I didn't know they go to the Dak Cajun place.
Yeah, you know me.
All right, here we go. 3 wide receivers out to the right for the Dolphins. JP Holzenbeck's got his running back, Sammy Chisholm, on his right hip. And it's going to be a fake give. They're going to toss it out to Fletcher Taylor, who is the Z-man. He's across the first down, the line to gain across the 50. And he is down. And it also looks like a Raider, number 32, holding his ribs there. Might have lost got the wind knocked out of him. That's Keon Wright, the junior linebacker.
Great blocking upfield there by Jamarcus Halstead. Kind of set the tone for that. Carson Griffin also getting a nice block early on. Just some speculation here, Dave. Not a lot of Christian Brown on that first defensive drive either. He is dressed out tonight, though, so something to keep an eye on.
5:25 here. The score is 7-0. Rickards on top of Mosley. Hey, Kyle, did you update our scoreboard?
I did. Yeah.
Nice.
You'd be proud of me. I muted my mic in the process, trying to pull it down here to me, but...
Oh, that's what you were saying earlier. I got you.
Yeah, you asked me a question and I answered it, and then you looked at me like I wasn't answering it, and then I realized what I did.
All right, from the 49-yard line, it's 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers out to the left for the Dolphins. It's going to be a direct snap to Sammy Chisholm. He fakes the give to J.P. Olsenbeck, then right up the gut for a nice gain on first down to split the sticks.
I like the idea, right there. I like mixing it up a little bit.
It kind of catches the defense on their toes a little bit, like what's going on here. It's another way to run that RPO we were talking about last week, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Every now and again, let's send JP out wide and throw Sean Williams in the backfield as well.
Carson Griffin on the top of your screen. Adam Land there at the tight end position. Now Jamarcus Halstead in motion from the right to the left. They're going to sling it out to him on the screen. Gets a good block across the 40.
Nice,
might have enough to get the first down. I think he will. That is a Dolphins first down. Brought to you by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop.
There's 2 things about those plays that got to be perfect every time: the blocking and the football. That ball feels like it's in the air forever when it's en route to the receiver, but obviously gets. Mosley's looking good here.
From the 37-yard line, 2 wide receivers on the right of the offensive line. Carson Griffin alone at the top. Sammy Chisholm kind of sprints out, then sprints back to the left. JP's got time, looks at the middle. Adam Land in the orange shoes, makes a move. He comes out, but he was already down. That is another Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
We talked so much about how Mosley just didn't get their guys involved last week, Dave. The Adam Lands, the Carson that need to make big time plays for this Mosley Dolphins team. And right there, Adam Land making a big play over the middle, and a great ball from JP.
Also, Scholar Athlete of the Week, Adam Land on the grab there. We've got 3 wide receivers down at the bottom of your screen. Jamarcus Halstead, Carson Griffin, Fletcher Taylor, who's now in motion at the tight end position. Sammy Chisholm to the right of JP. JP fakes the give. No, he does give it to him. Sammy Chisholm sneaks inside of the left guard for a few yards. That's going to bring up underneath 4 minutes here. Nice second down. Need to get it down to inside the 2-yard line of the Raiders. It's 7-0. Rickards leads Mosley here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright on the call. This is Mosley Football Live presented by Mosley Touchdown Club, powered by PCB Hobby. JP Holzenbeck all alone in the backfield here. He's got 3 wide receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Adam Land in there in that slot position. He's looking left. They're going to throw it up to Adam Land, and that ball was nearly intercepted but falls safely to the ground.
Little 23-on-23 violence right there. I think if he puts that thing on the back shoulder, Dave, it's an easy touchdown for Adam Land.
Good try, though. I like the aggression. I like how they're using JP tonight. I like how it's not necessarily running straight through the run game, or running through the RPO here tonight.
Absolutely. Let JP flash that arm a little bit.
Fletcher Taylor and Adam Land both stacked up as tight ends to the left. Sammy Chisholm to the right of JP. You've got Jamarcus Halstead and Carson Griffin on the right. JP looking to his right. He's got time. Throws it up again to Adam Land. Adam Land makes a diving catch, and that's into the end zone for a Beach House Sales and Development touchdown. 7-6 pending the extra point attempt coming up from the Golden Toe Maverick right here. What a toss from JP and the extension from Adam Land, the Bulldog commit. When we say Bulldog, we're talking about the Mississippi State Bulldogs. What a grab there.
Great throw, great diving catch. Good job keeping control of the ball through the process of the catch. Not pulling a little CD Lamb.
Now on for the extra point, the senior Maverick Wright. The snap is good, the hold's good, the kick is good, and that makes Maverick Wright 12 of 12 on his extra points for the year. We've got a tie ball game here at Gene Cox Stadium. Rickards Raiders 7, Mosley Dolphins 7, and the Raiders get ready for their second offensive possession of the game.
He doesn't take anything off them PATs either, Dave. He put that thing almost to Woodville.
He's got that golden toe, that is for sure, Kyle. He's also smashing the kicks into the end zone as well. 14 kickoffs going into this game, 8 touchbacks as well. You also know who had a big game last week?
Who?
Sammy Chisholm. Also, one more time, we talked about some of the players that we've lost, and we've, shined a light on the players from last year.
Yeah.
Both of us after the game last week were like, do you know a name that we haven't mentioned yet? How about Raiden Bruins?
Yeah,
the Rutgers player.
And you really, out of everybody we named, probably other than...
The biggest, at least. He's like Big X the plug, bro. The biggest,
and
the largest.
Deion Jackson, one of the, probably the biggest role player out of all the guys last year. And that's not a disrespect to anybody else. That's just a testament to how good Raiden Bruins was. You got to replace a lot of production.
From the 40-yard line, Maverick Wright's got it teed up in the middle of the field. 2 return men deep for the Rickards Raiders. 3:04 left to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Come check me out up there. Watch some college football with me tomorrow from 11 to 6. 10 to 6. No, we open at 10. I'm trying to give myself an extra hour since we're over here in Tallahassee land.
In the Eastern time zone. We get the hour going back, though. That's nice. Always say it's 3 hours coming here and it's an hour going home.
There you go. Positivity. Maverick Wright approaches the golden toe, puts that toe into it, and it will not be a touchback. Number 4 almost bobbles it, but he recovers, and he works his way in the middle of the field and taken down just shy of the 20-yard line.
Like to see the Mosley Dolphins defense just keep them in front of you right here. They're gonna execute, especially the way they run, how fluently they run these little RPOs, these screen passes.
So we got Julian Aggers out there playing a little strong safety. Talon Moore over here playing some free safety.
We've seen Talon Moore, I think 2 interceptions already this year, if I'm not mistaken. Could have had a third.
Empty backfield for the Raiders. 7-7 ball game. 3 to play in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. He drops back. It's going to be a draw, and it wasn't a designed run. He just had to scramble. He didn't have anyone open. He'll get to the 25-yard line. Good pickup there on first down.
Yeah, nice couple of yards, but a good job in coverage by the Mosley Dolphins.
Head coach for the Rickards Raiders leading his team is Quentin Lewis. You got Coach Tommy Joe Whitten for the Mosley Dolphins here.
I like letting him get a couple of yards on his feet, Dave, because if you keep the pressure on him like that and keep the coverage good like that, you're going to force him to make a mistake eventually, and it could be on a play right here.
Man in motion here for the Raiders, but it looks like 55 for the Raiders jumped early, and that will be Zamari Williams on the false start.
Keep the pressure on, you force them to make mistakes. Disturb and disrupt. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
You're right. Disturb and disrupt. I like that. A little D&D.
Ooh,
Not Dungeons and Dragons, though. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think I don't know if they have that at PCB Hobby. Haven't heard about that one very much.
Is that not a TCG?
I don't know.
Guess not.
13 slings it out there, and he makes his man miss, but a great ankle tackle by number 21, Demetris Gillis.
That's going to be a pickup of 10.
Good enough for a first down, brought to you by Mr. Eddie's.
First down.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Excuse me.
7-7 game here. Raiders have the ball on the 29-yard line in their own territory.
Is that a breeze, or am I about to meet Jesus?
1st and 10 here. 2 wide receivers outright, but they're going to give it to the running back. He makes some room happen, and the ball comes out, and the Mosley Dolphins will recover at the 37-yard line. Talon Moore with his 2nd fumble recovery of the year, if I'm not mistaken there. Yes, that is. 3rd overall turnover. He's got 2 fumble recoveries and an interception, and he's your punter. Ladies and gentlemen, Talon Moore, the senior.
We can stand back up now. Got a little shade. Great job right there. Hit him hard, make him make mistakes. We love it.
7-7 ball game, golfwithjay.com first quarter here. And that brings up a first down brought to you by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line after Talon Moore with the fumble recovery. 3 wide receivers outright. Jamarcus Halstead at the bottom of your screen. Next in line is Adam Land and Fletcher Taylor. Adam Land in motion from the right to the left. They're going to give it to Sammy Chisholm. He follows Adam Land. He's across the 35 near the 30-yard line. A great start to this drive for the Dolphins after the turnover.
I don't want to say it till I turn blue, Dave, but Sammy Chisholm. Make them stop him.
I do got to give a shout out to Sean Williams, folks, if they're watching. They made me a plate of food last week. Oh, it was delicious. Sammy Chisholm's got 2 Raiders on him. He'll get dropped for a loss, and that'll bring up 3rd and about medium, about the same size shirt I wear, Kyle.
I think you probably wear closer to a small tonight.
Yeah, no doubt.
Losing a little bit of weight here.
No doubt.
That's a big 3rd down coming up here for Mosley. Great stop there by the Rickards Raiders defense.
Underneath a minute left to play here in the golfwithjay.com first quarter. It's going to be 3rd and about 5 from the 33-yard line. The white hat makes his way to the line of scrimmage. Looks like we might have an issue with the clock. Talking to Adam Land here. And another break in the action. And we're going to get right back to it. White hat making his way back to his position. J.P. Olsenbeck, the quarterback's got Sammy Chisholm on his right. The entire offense looks over to Coach Tommy Joe Whitten and the offensive coordinator, Sean Maddox. In motion is Carson Griffin from the left to the right. It's going to be another give to Sammy Chisholm. Hole opens up, but a great defensive stop there to bring up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and about 3 here, but I think that we don't see the punt unit come on this time.
Well,
Here comes Wyatt Fleming into the game.
Okay.
So the jumbo package is in. This is a package we have yet to see, Kyle. What's going on here? Let's have ourselves some fun.
We call this little wild dolphin.
Yeah, the
Shades of
Wild Dolphin.
Shades of Ronnie Brown.
This ain't Flipper. This is one that hasn't been named because they're out in the wild.
Oh, that'll end the first quarter.
And that will end the golfwithjay.com first quarter. Go to golfwithjay.com or email them directly at jhenley80@gmail.com. I'm David Hazel on with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club. We'll take a break and be right back. We're back here at Gene Cox Stadium. We've got a tie ball game, 7-7. 12 minutes left to play here in the Price & Sons fencing second quarter. Give Zachary Price a call at 850-276-0141. Their fences stand the test of time. Again, I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club. Big shout out to Jason Land, Frank Wright, and to Leanne Fleming for all that they have helped us get accomplished this year as far as getting stuff going. So very thankful for that. Second quarter action. Here we go. The Dolphins offense is going to flip the field here. They're at about the 31-yard line. Need to get inside the 30 of the Raiders. 12 minutes left to play here in the Price & Sons fencing second quarter. It's going to be a heavy lineup out there. JP Holzenbeck, the quarterback right now, to set the table for you. JP is on the sideline. We've got Sammy Chisholm kind of in the quarterback position, the Wild Dolphin position. Wyatt Fleming, the middle linebacker. Guestification here. That's not a word, obviously. I know that, but it sounds good. So,
I like it. We'll
a
roll
little
with
guestification here on what Coach Sean up their sleeve right here.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Adam Land and Fletcher Taylor to the left. You've got Wyatt Fleming blocking to the right. Who knows which way Sammy's going to take this ball? The only thing they know is that snap's going to go to Sam.
I want 12 minutes here.
Same thing, though.
12 minutes left to play. Sammy Chisholm asks for the snap, grabs it, runs right up the middle. He's up on his back, and he's going to go down. Turnover on downs. That play did not work out the way that they wanted to. The Rickards Raiders are going to take over after the turnover on downs, and that, we don't have a sponsor for the turnover, so no one gets any love.
Thought he had a lane there to the left. When they go back and watch the film later, I'm sure you'll see it. Obviously much different being on the field than being up here in the booth, but man, tough stop there. Great job by Rickards not falling trap to that, or not falling into that trap, rather. Excuse me.
Here comes the Rickards Raiders. They're going to start this drive after the turnover on downs at the 31-yard line in their own territory on the near side of the field. 7-7 ball game with 11:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Big stops by both defenses the last two times out. And he is on the run, running for his life. He does have some real estate. He's got to find a man in the middle of the field who's wide open. And Wyatt Fleming in pursuit. Demetrius Gillis tries to get him down, and he will. But he's inside the 20-yard line. And once again, Kyle, the secondary.
Yeah, it's just a breakdown in coverage. And man, oh man, they had a guy right there in his grill, but he had the speed to get away. And delivers a strike downfield, a little behind his intended receiver, but he had plenty of room around him to sit there and wait on that ball to drop in. And unfortunately for Mosley, Rickards is in prime territory again.
And they kind of got the up-tempo going. Jordan Kelly directing the traffic of his offense inside the 20-yard line of the Dolphins, underneath 11.5, tie ball game. He's going to drop back, and he throws it over the head of the intended receiver, Carlise Price, to bring up 2nd and 10.
Maybe good for Carlise Price that ball was overthrown, because I think he would have had a number 12 tattooed into his chest.
2nd down, 10 to go inside the 20-yard line of the Dolphins. The Raiders are driving. 3rd or 4th play here after the quick strike did most of the damage. And number 13 is going to run it straight up the gut. Cole Archambault in pursuit, but he's going to get inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. That's the quarterback, Jordan Kelly, on what looked to me to be a quarterback-designed run.
It looks like we got a ref down on the field right now.
First down brought to you by Mr. Eddie's. Cash or checks only, walk-ins accepted, and they are great with the kids. They've got 2 great locations, one off of Lisenby Avenue as you near 390, and one out there past 79 near the Conservation Park. First and goal, top 7. 11-12 remains. In the second quarter, provided by Price and Sons.
Talon more turnovers, Dave.
Got to be hungry. The Raiders have answered on this drive quickly. And a flag flies. That's a bite me custom treats penalty there. We'll await the
Will remain 1st and goal.
ball placed outside of the 10-yard line, just on the edge of the 10-yard line.
I mean, we saw Rickards score on a 3rd and 23, 3rd and goal earlier. Still got to be smart on defense.
Man in motion for Rickards. They're going to be, they're all over the quarterback. Will. It's Will. You better Arboleta. The whistle is blown, and that's a big loss to bring up 2nd and a good ways, Kyle.
Nah, great job by Will Arboleta. Knocked team dead to rights there. I guess I'll stop saying his number and give him some respect, because he's played a heck of a game so far. Jordan Kelly, the quarterback for Rickards, had him dead to rights there, and whistle blows, saves.
15-yard line. It is 2nd and goal as we approach the 10-minute mark. It's a tie game. Jordan Kelly rolls out to his right. He's got some. And they're going to call it a catch, and that is a touchdown there by the Rickards Raiders. Jordan Kelly getting it out to, I believe, receiver, the junior, standing in at 6'1", 160. Rickards takes a 13-7 lead with 9:57 remaining in the Price and Sons second quarter. That touchdown brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development, the Gulf's premier here. Brand new to this game. We've got instant replay. It is going to be a false start. That penalty brought to you by Bite Me Custom Treats there. That'll back them up. 13-7 pending the PAT.
Breakdown in coverage once again, Dave. I mean, Mosley secondary just continues to find themselves in a position where they're running behind the receiver. Staring at the number on the.
Jordan Kelly in to hold at the 13-yard line. I think they just took Demetrius Gillis off, but it looks like they're saying he needs pads, but I see his thigh pads from here and I see his knee pads from here. And now they're telling number 17, I believe that's Trip Moore, to come off. Number 16's now coming in.
Not sure what we're.
We've got the kicker, Mason Doe, on the point after try. High snap, Jordan Kelly goes up top to grab it, but that point after wide to the left. And the score is 13-7 with 9:56 remaining in the Price and Sons fencing second quarter here. Quick timeout. We'll be right back to Gene Cox Stadium with second quarter action. All right, we're back here at Gene Cox Stadium. 9:56 left to play in the second quarter, provided by Price and Sons Fencing. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. I'm David Hayes, along with Kyle Wright. We've got a 13-7 ball game here. The Raiders leading the Dolphins as they get ready for the kickoff. That touchdown was brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development. The Gulf's premier real estate group from PC to 30A. Beth lets nothing in her way. So a big drive upcoming for Mosley. 9:56 is left here to play in the second quarter, but it feels like they do need an answer. It feels like they need an answer. Rickards has already proven that they can move the ball on you, so you got to answer right along with them.
Absolutely. Mosley's only scored on one of their drives so far tonight.
Ball teed up by Mason Doe in between the 40s. He approaches and he kicks it end over end. Will Arboleta standing at his 10. Fumbles it a little bit, never touches the ground. Right up the middle, he's to the outside, bounces off a tackle, runs another man over across the 40, nearing the 45. He'll go down.
This time, no laundry on the field. Will Arboleta making them pay.
I would just start handing it off to him. The way he's looking like LoJack from last year, bro.
He's dragging dudes with him. He looks like Derrick Henry in that one commercial. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one where he starts pulling the fridge with him afterwards, got the couch and everything.
Running on the treadmill, and he's got the people hanging off his legs.
Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club. 9:45 left to play in the Price and Sons Fencing second quarter here from the 43-yard line. Mosley will take over from their own 43 here. 13-7, they trail the Raiders. Three receivers out to the right. Now Jamarcus Halstead in motion to the left. Sammy Chisholm's going to get the give. He works his way to the 45, go down there after a pickup of 3 on first down.
I'd like to see JP put some air underneath the ball. Maybe throw one downfield. A pass, if not to attack the defense, it's maybe just to make them know that they have to respect that deep ball.
Empty backfield for the Dolphins. JP's going to be quick to Adam Land just outside of the outstretched hands there. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 7 here, Kyle.
And the quick passes, they can be effective, but if you've got any kind of a miscommunication, they can be disastrous. And now, in the blink of an eye, Dave, Mosley staring at a 3rd and 8, and they haven't had a whole lot of room tonight.
From their 45-yard line, they need to get into Raiders territory by about 3 yards. JP's got Sammy to his right. He rolls out, hands it off to Sammy Chisholm on a misdirection. He's got to get there. He does, just across the line to gain for a Mr. Eddie's Barbershop first down.
I like the play call right there. That is absolutely brilliant. Little misdirection. Sammy takes it to the left side, finds a little bit of room. Once he gets that little crease, you're going to have a darn hard time bringing him down.
Approaching the 9-minute mark left to play here in the Price and Sons Fencing second quarter. Their fences stand the test of time. 2 wide receivers split out to either side of the offensive line. JP's going to pump over there to the right. He's got Adam Land on the left all alone to the 10, the 5, into the end zone for a touchdown provided by Beach House Sales and Development with 8:57 left to play in the Price and Sons Fencing second quarter.
I mean, Dave, what did I literally just get done saying? You put the ball downfield here and there, if not to attack the defense, to make them know that they have to respect that deep ball, and you open yourself up some running lanes.
That was a strike there, and the pump fake is what really sold that. He goes over to the right side of the field, then right back after looking the defensive back off there, and doesn't hurt that you're throwing into a future tight end for Mississippi State. Maverick Wright on for the extra point here. The golden toe perfect so far at 12. Snaps good, holds good, kicks up, and it splits the upright. We've got a 14-13 ball game. Mosley leads by 1 with 8:57. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We'll be right back. We're back. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club, powered by PCB Hobby. I'll be out there from 11 to 6. Come check us out. If you can't make it over to the store, check us out on eBay Live. That's PCB Hobby. That touchdown brought to you. Go ahead.
No, I want to give a quick shout out. Craig Edwards listening.
Shout out.
Just sent me over a text talking a little smack. He said, "You guys sound great." Is my man cheering defense over the PA?
Yes, he is. yes, he is. And I don't blame him one bit. I like biased announcers. That's why we love Kyle right here.
Absolutely. No, I don't even try to hide it. Go Dolphins.
Maverick Ride
My
with
goodness.
the toe to the ball. And it's not going to be a touchback here. The Raiders return it right up the middle. Big hit,
There
but
we
he
go.
stays on his feet. He is dropped down by a pod of Dolphins at the 20-yard line.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah, I'm
slacking.
not even close to the board, bro. That's all on you.
I got all the
You-
responsibility tonight.
Nothing but air and opportunity.
I'll get back on track. We're good. We're having a great time tonight. Mosley with an opportunity to kind of take control of this game here on defense.
Yeah, that was the strike that they needed, no doubt.
Yeah.
Great for the confidence of J.P. Holstenback as well, and Adam Land, who's had a great season to this point as well. But a great confidence builder, 14-13, but the job is not done. Rickards has been able to move the ball to this point in the evening. Number 13, the quarterback, Jordan Kelly, leads his Raiders offense back onto the field. 2 wide receivers to the right of the line. Now number 11, Carlise Price, in motion. They're going to sling it out, and that will be caught, but for a loss.
Maybe better to let that thing hit the ground.
If someone throws the ball my way, I'm
Yeah,
catching it.
that's
I'm
true.
not going to think, ooh.
You never really think that in the moment.
But once maybe Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, those type of NFL elite wide receivers, maybe they think about that. But that's one of the most egotistical positions in the entire sports universe there.
Oh, literally. No question about it. Look at old CD last night.
How about that? Second and about 11. They're going to give it to Carlise Price. He is drugged down. About 3 Dolphins on the tackle there.
That's Cole Archambault.
Wyatt Fleming and Carson Griffin. Little trio.
Nice. The lane opened up, and it little clothesline there from 55. And everyone else comes in to finish the job. Great job and good opportunity.
Down. Coming up for the Rickards Raiders, who trail the Dolphins by 1, is 14-13. The clock is ticking. We're underneath 8 minutes to go in the Price & Sons fencing second quarter. 2 wide receivers split out to either side of that big Raiders offensive line. Jordan Kelly has a man to his left. He pump fakes. He's got man all over him. He stays behind the line. He's going to throw it up to the middle of the field.
Ooh,
and Talon Moore in on the defense. The intended wide receiver there was Taryn Atkins, and that'll bring up 4th and about 7 or 8, Kyle.
There's that secondary kind of stepping up a little bit there. Make the throw difficult. Get the pressure in his face. Make him heave that thing down there. That thing could have gone anywhere after that tip.
7:26 left to play here. Second quarter action live from Gene Cox Stadium. 14-13 is your score. The ball just shy of the 25-yard line at the 23. It's 4th down, and the punt unit for the Raiders is led by the quarterback, Jordan Kelly. He's going to grab the snap, walks up to it, puts those pink shoes to it. It'll drop right about at the 50. And number 12, Talon Moore on the return, does what he might not should have done. Maybe he thought that it touched or at least grazed a Mosley player.
Yeah, I think he saw what I saw there. I think Eli Zedeker was kind of laying on the ground and maybe either thought it hit Eli or thought it may be heading to hit him on the way down.
Yeah, heads up play then. Even if it was going to get close right there, you want to make sure that your team retains possession of the ball. 7:14 left here. Kyle, what do you want to see from on this drive from the Dolphins offense with favorable field position as they'll start at the 42-yard line of their own?
Yeah, just keep attacking, keep being aggressive, put the ball downfield again maybe. Or now that they know that they have to respect it a little bit, Dave, let's start getting those short passes going again. Let's get the ball to Sammy Chisholm. Open playbook at this point, I think.
14-13. Lead us down a recap real quick.
Oh, we've got 2 touchdowns from Adam Land for Mosley. One really long and an incredible diving catch in the end zone. Both just great balls from J.P. Holstenback. And Rickards with 2 nice touchdowns as well. I don't have those written down tonight.
I believe it was Carlise Price on the first, and then Davion Crumity on the second.
Davion Price had the big one on the 3rd and goal from like the 95-yard line. And then the second one there, but the big important thing that we need to keep in mind is that Rickards missed the extra point on their second touchdown, and that could be something to keep an eye on going down the stretch here.
And we talked about it last week, right? In a game of this magnitude, every point, every possession matters, and the way that the table has been set to this point, I think that you can make the assumption that it could be like that as well tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of cool to be at the eastern version of Tommy Oliver Stadium, by the way.
Yeah, very nice stadium here, home to a few teams from Tallahassee. Beautiful crowd tonight here at Gene Cox Stadium.
Most of which we've played over the last couple of years, Dave. Rickards, Giles, Leon.
From the 42-yard line, ball on the near side of the field. Two wide receivers split out to either side, and the running back, Sammy Chisholm, on the left hip of J.P. Holsenbeck. The snap to give to Sammy Chisholm across the 45, picks up a nice gain there.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Good way to get it started there.
Yeah.
14-13 is your score. 7 minutes remain here in the first half. As the Dolphins get ready for this drive after their first play, we've got about 2nd and 6 from the 46. Again, split out on either side is two wide receivers. Sammy this time on the right of JP. JP slings it out to Adam Land, who's keeping those feet moving, but will go out shy of the 50, and that'll bring up 3rd and short here.
Yeah, the forward progress would have gave him another 1.5 yards, but obviously Adam Land, you want him to continue fighting.
It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kind of backed him up just a little bit there. Going to end up being a 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd about a half yard.
Let's go defense.
Big 3rd down coming up for the Dolphins offense. J.P. Holsenbeck has Sammy Chisholm on his left, and they're heavy to the left. They toss to the left. Good block right up the seam. He's still on his feet across the 40, still fighting, and he'll go down after the first down. Brought to you by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop.
Sammy Chisholm, great blocking there on the left side. Follows his blockers. Boom.
6:03. The clock is counting down. Mosley leads 14-13. The Dolphins have Jamarcus Halstead at the top of your screen. Inside of that, is that 24 over there, Kyle? You got a good number on that, or a good angle on that number. Sammy Chisholm bounces out to the right. JP fakes to give to him. Right up the middle, it's Fletcher Taylor. Fletcher's got the speed to the outside. He's into the end zone for a Beach House Sales and Development touchdown with 5:48 remaining in the first half. The Dolphins lead the Raiders 20-13, pending the Golden Toes extra point.
I couldn't see the number 24 that you were talking about, but I sure saw that big number 0 running across the field.
I believe 24 is Caleb Capps. Yeah, so he was outside over there with Jamarcus Halstead. You had Carson Griffin and the recipient of the touchdown there. What a play.
Fletcher Taylor, a guy that we haven't seen get involved a whole lot this year, but he's
second
really
touchdown
fast.
of the year, though.
Yeah,
Second touchdown of the year. Woo. As the kick is up, and it's good. 21-13 is your score with 5:48 left to play in the Price & Sons Fencing second quarter. David Hayes and Kyle Wright on the call. Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We'll unplug for a second. We'll plug it right back in a few minutes. We are back here live from Gene Cox Stadium. Mosley Dolphins lead the Rickards Raiders 21-13. 5:48 left to play here in the second quarter as the Golden Toe boots it. It'll be received at the 5-yard line, and number 4 right up the gut. Bounces off a man. Jamarcus Halstead drags him down just across the 25-yard line.
You can use the jersey. Just can't use the collar.
Absolutely.
Don't let him go. All right, here we go. Oh, we have a Dolphin down here. Ooh. Who is it?
I see a 3. It's 30-something.
You have a 13 on your roster?
No, it's 30-something. The first number's 3.
I thought the second number was.
Maybe I'm seeing in dyslexics.
Seeing double.
That could be 33, which would be Wesley Price.
Well, either way, we'll just hope this young man's all right.
We'll go ahead and break away from the action. You're listening to Mosley Football Live. This is David Hayes and Kyle Wright, powered by PCB Hobby. All right, we're back here from Gene Cox Stadium, and it was Wesley Price, number 33, who's being helped off the field by number 54 and 57. We got to show them some love. That's Braden Taylor, number 54, and Brock Morgan, number 57. Things you don't want to see. We'll just await the verdict there, but we do know that he's up and helped off by teammates.
Which is good to see. Gonna go see Dr. Noble over there.
All right, Jordan Kelly drops back. He's looking down the middle of the field. He's got a man, and no call there, but the flag does fly on the far side of the field. There was a hold there. I saw it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I saw it.
They throw that from the stands?
No. On the far side of the field, not that official, but that official over there. And that'll bring up a pass interference or a hold, depending on what they call it. Still should be a first down for the Raiders. They'll call it pass interference. That'll go against the defense and bring up first down. 5:28 left to play here in the Price & Son Fencing second quarters. 21-13, the Dolphins lead the Raiders. And the Raiders right now have the football. We'll wait to see where that ball will be marked after the penalty. 5:28 left to play here. Second quarter action. Mosley leading 21-13.
Got a football on the field that they're trying to get off. Somebody's got to come get that, right? Good. There we go. All right. Keep making plays on the defensive side here.
Big 1st and 10 from the near side of the field. On the 42-yard line, Rickards has 2 wide receivers out there to the left of the offensive line. They're stacked up over here on the right outside of the offensive line. Jordan Kelly grabs the low snap. He's looking at his running back, looks over the middle of the field. It's right into the hands of Demetrius Gillis. That's actually Julian Augers. Julian Augers comes in and makes a big play. Way to go, young man. Way to read that. Attaboy. Robert Fleming fired up in the bleachers.
Uh-oh. A little bit of, oh, come on. Is it roughing the passer?
That might negate the interception and the turnover. And this is one thing. This is the same exact thing. Hey, at the end of the day, the coaching staff has to keep their emotions in control. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what matters. I don't know what the call was, but we got to stay in control here, or else what's going to happen at Florida High last year could happen again, and we don't want to see that.
And it was a roughing the passer that got called.
This is what the fans are for. The fans, by all means, go ahead and give it to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is tough to be an official. There's no doubt about that. And I have noticed for road is absolutely A tough job to be an official. Jordan Kelly drops back from the 50, throws it out just outside of the fingertips, and another flag flies.
What's this one for?
Another flag.
For what is, I don't.
It's going to be pass interference again. Walk him down the field, yellow after yellow. That is again.
I am amongst those of the Mosley faithful, Dave, and the ref and the passer was ticky-tack, but I didn't see that one.
Rickards makes their way
That is
to the new line of scrimmage here. 5:09 remains in the Price and Sons. Second quarter is 21-13. Mosley leads here. They've had a few calls go against them. Interferences as well. Number 13, Kelly has his running back about a yard behind him to his right. He's goes out, and Jordan Kelly, the quarterback, hops on top. Fired up.
Yeah, the Mosley faithful over here by us, they are, I mean, they are not happy. I will say that. And they have every right to. Defense, just like you said, Dave, it's our job up here to get fired up, to get angry, but you got to keep your head screwed on right, as this ball is going to be a little fake here. And the Mosley defense.
Watch out. Don't get mad, Kyle. All right, no flag there. Jordan Kelly goes down. Mosley defense all over him.
Yeah, I kind of like the result I'm seeing. I'm not going to, but they're getting fired up down there in the best way, and that's what I love. Joe pumping the crowd up, and the crowd is getting fired up for a massive third down.
Left to play in the Price and Sons second quarter.
Let him hear that, Dave.
All right, 3:54. 5 wide receivers. Jordan Kelly rolls to his left, throws receiver wide open across the 10 into the 5, and Rickards inside the 5 for a first and goal after a wide receiver was wide open.
That's a hold if I've ever seen one on the left side of that offensive line, but obviously we kind of see how this is going to go. You're going to have to make the plays. You got to beat 15 men tonight. You're going to have to do it.
3:30 and counting. And Jordan Kelly's going to take it right up the middle. He's met by a few Dolphins. They're battling for the end zone, and he goes down just shy. That'll bring up second and goal with a few feet to go. 21-13, 3:15 and counting before we get to the end of the first half. Jordan Kelly right up the middle, and the Dolphins defense meets him, and they're going to throw his hands up, and they're going to call that a touchdown.
I didn't think he, I thought he was about a half a yard short at least.
21-19 pending the extra point, or will we see Rickards go for 2 to try to tie it before the half?
When the referee with the better view is not throwing his hands up, you got to throw a little bit of a red flag right there, don't you? And unfortunately in high school football, there's not a literal red flag to throw out.
That touchdown brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development. And all of the first downs along the way brought to you by Mr. Eddie's. Great barbershop with 2 locations in Panama City. And the snap is a little outside, but Jordan Kelly, the holder, gets it down. And the kicker, Mason Doe, puts it up and through the window needed for a 21-20 ball game with 3:03 remaining before we hit the half right here in the Price and Sons Fencing second quarter. 1-point ball game. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. You're tuned in to Mosley Football Live, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club, powered by PCB Hobby. We'll be back with the next kickoff. We're back here at Gene Cox Stadium. 21-20 is your score. The Dolphins lead the Raiders, but the Raiders just tacked on a 6-point touchdown in the extra point to bring it within one, and a wild drive there, accompanied by a lot of treats provided by Bite Me Custom Treats.
They were treats given to the Rickards faithful there. Absolute treats.
Ball teed up in the middle of the field. Mason Doe puts the right toe behind it, end over end, bouncing inside the 15. Arboleta picks it up, jukes to the left side of the field, dragged down at the 25, which is where the Dolphins will take over for their next drive. Under 3 minutes left to go with a 1-point lead. What do you want to see from the Dolphins O here?
Just get your heads up, get your energy high. Look, we all know what happened right there. You still have a job to get done. But like you said, Dave, I couldn't have said it any better myself. You can't let Florida High happen all over again. There were some really bad calls in that game too, but at the end of the day, Mosley missed some opportunities to make some big plays down the stretch. You just have to do the best you can.
From the 26-yard line, ball on the lower portion of your screen, no matter what device you're watching on. We appreciate you watching Mosley Football Live. Land in motion. JP's going to toss it out to Sammy Chisholm. The lead block is Adam Land. He gets another one along the way, and out of bounds is Sammy Chisholm with the great pickup on first down.
Great play call. Great job there. I feel like every play now I'm going to be looking for yellow sitting on the field.
Chisholm on the reception.
I'm looking everywhere before I even start making my
down and very short here after the 9-yard pickup on first down. In motion, he was a little early. It's going to be a screen out to him. He's got Adam Land in front of him. Comes back to the coach in the 2-minute mark in the second quarter.
Great job there once again. Like you said, Dave, I thought Carson Griffin was a little early. Ball may have been a little bit late. Great blocking there on the outside and great execution as they're going to go up tempo.
JP Holson back out to Adam Land. Adam Land's got 2 lead blockers. He's across the 20. He stays on his feet inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. The Mississippi State Bulldog commit with a big grab.
I saw the pom-poms over there, and I thought it was a flag, brother.
I think I just heard a daggum cowbell already, brother.
Great play right there, up tempo, and they're going to keep it going here.
JP Holzenback's got the running back, Sammy Chisholm, but they're going to give it to him right up the middle. He gets a nice push, and he'll be of the feeling, or the opposite of the call and the feeling that we had up here, but that's neither here nor there. The first half. JP Holzenback, the quarterback, gives it to Sammy Chisholm, who trips up but into the end zone. That is 6 for the Dolphins, and they answer the Raiders touchdown 27-20 with 1:31 to play here in the second.
Choices when a drive like Rickards had there a minute ago happens to you, and Rickards. You have 2 choices as a football team after that happens to you. You can hold your head down and you could give up, or you could do what Mosley just did right there.
Snaps good, holds good, kicks up end over end, and as earlier, he absolutely boots that thing. Mosley with a half, little more, little less, comes off the clock there. They've got a lead here, and we'll get ready for Maverick Wright to kick it off. That touchdown was provided by Beach House Sales and Development, the Gulf's premier real estate group from PC to 38. Beth Mulvey lets nothing in her way. And all the first downs, which I believe there was 2 or 3 there, brought to you by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop. Price & Sons fencing second quarter. We're not going to go anywhere because the teams are already getting ready for the kickoff.
The one thing you could nitpick a little bit about right there is once Mosley kind of got down into that goal-to-go situation, I thought maybe they could have – I don't know. You have to find that soft spot between keeping it up tempo but also letting that clock bleed just a little bit. Rickards going to have about a minute, and after this kickoff, about a minute 20 or so left on the clock, and I believe all 3 timeouts.
131, 8-point game here. It's been a fun one to this point. Lots of back-and-forth action, which – as a play-by-play guy, that's all you could ask for, my man.
Absolutely. Getting locked into the zone now. The sun is down. The breeze is non-existent, but
Maverick Wright's got that ball teed up in the middle of the 40s. The golden toe approaches and boots it. Return from the 10-yard line is the Raiders' return man. I was about to say, did Maverick Wright try to just go down there and get him? But no, he's back there at the 40-yard line.
Maverick Wright's about where Maverick Wright needs to be. And he's booting that ball down. That one probably about almost a Thomasville.
That was Jadathan Bryant, I believe, on the return for the Rickards Raiders. And Mosley has an 8-point lead here, 124. The Raiders will try to answer and maybe tie this thing up before the half. Led by Jordan Kelly, the quarterback. He's had an impressive night to this point. What do you think, Kyle?
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. Down the road. Heard all the way down.
All the way down. Davian Cromedy, the wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. Inside of him is Tyler Walker.
Got a text from my dad saying David Hayes is a natural.
Jordan Kelly looking towards the outside. And number 5 for the Dolphins knocks that down. Kane Colbert on the defense there.
Man, first of all, great placement on the pass. That thing's just a little bit more behind him. I think Kane Colbert's probably snapping that thing in, taking it the other direction. And that's a big boy. I feel like he's probably not going to be easy to take down.
Jordan Kelly's got 3 wide receivers down to the bottom of your screen. He takes the snap, fakes the screen, looks over to the left. It's a slip screen from the running back. Wyatt Fleming almost had it snuffed out, but number 4 has some room. He makes a man miss, still on his feet. Carson Griffin puts the shoulder into him, but they are in Dolphins territory, threatening with 1:06 remaining before we hit the half in an 8-point ball game.
Yeah, I thought Mosley kind of had it sniffed out, but ultimately able to avoid a few tackles and find some room.
Jordan Kelly gets the Raider offense back to the line. 2 wide receivers split out. They're going to throw the wide receiver screen. That ball is caught, and he'll get across the 35-yard line. I feel like they weren't ready for the tempo there.
Yeah, no, I looked like just about nobody except for the quarterback and the receiver was, not even the offensive line.
And we get a
Mosley timeout, huh?
We are going to have a timeout here that'll allow us to share a little love with our sponsors, Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County. Matt Simmons, call him at 850-896-4156. But we're right back to the action. It is 28-20 here. 54 seconds left to play. Rickards ball. They're going to throw it quick out to number 7. He drops it. If that ball was behind the line of the scrimmage, it is live. Or if the ball was a backwards pass, it would be live. However, it looked to be forward, and that's an incomplete pass, bringing up 2nd down here. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Underneath a minute left to play before we hit the half. Mosley carries a 8-point lead over the Rickards Raiders.
Crash that line.
2 wide receivers split out to either side. Running back to the right of the quarterback, Jordan Kelly. He's looking to his right. He's going to throw it at Carly Lees Price, who also drops. And that will be incomplete, bringing up a big 3rd down.
Disturb and disrupt. Disturb and disrupt.
Oh, the D&D I was thinking of earlier when I said Dungeons and Dragons was do not disturb. That's like the one on your phone. That's what but I like, what is it? Disturb and destroy?
Disturb and disrupt.
Ah, yes. I like that. Makes
I like
better
disturb and
sense.
destroy, though.
Yeah, they all work, right?
It all works, yeah.
Make them triple Ds. Those are nice.
Ooh.
3 wide receivers out to the bottom of the screen. Jordan Kelly's going to throw it to his guy, number 0 rather, on that. And he will go down. That was Davian Cromedy on the reception. It'll bring up 4th and about 9 here, and it looks like Jordan Kelly and the Raiders offense is still on the field. We're underneath 30 seconds left to play before we get to half. 8-point lead for Mosley. big 4th down here. Will they just let the clock wind down? No. Jordan Kelly grabs the snap. Middle of the field. Man open. It's number 0, but just outside of the outstretched fingertips for Crumity. And that ball will fall incomplete. Turnover on downs. 1st down for the Dolphins with 15 seconds. But we do have an injured intended wide receiver there for the Rickards Raiders, and the training staff is making their way to the back of the end zone. Kyle, let's go ahead and break away from the action. 28-20, 15 seconds left to go here. Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. The young intended wide receiver there for the Raiders, Davian Crumity, is headed off the field running at the back of the end zone on his own power, so that is good news. 15 seconds here, and J.P. Holzenbeck takes the knee, and that leaves us to a 28-20 score at the half. Second quarter brought to you by Price & Sons Fencing. Also want to thank Arbor Properties, Cox Pools Commercial, Jessica Ling Insurance, Panama City Moose Lodge 1389, Reliance South Construction, Steverson Air Conditioning, and Whitehead Plumbing. Kyle, tell them about our food sponsors, please.
Our food sponsors tonight, Dermatology Associates, Skin and Cancer, Zeke's Mediterranean Cafe, and of course, Walborski, Bradley, and Fleming.
All right, man. Here at the half, 28-20, 17 minutes remain. We will the band's halftime performances. Keep it locked in here to Mosley Football Live, powered by PC.
Tonight, the band will perform the show titled Beyond, including Slaughter on 10th Avenue, Bobby Yaga, Seven Bridges Road, and the Drum majors, the band ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down there and do my thing. Maybe make sure that the music.
Yeah, I'm watching the level.
Okay, because I put it up. I put it up. You watching the level though? Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. in general when you get over there? So what I would imagine is that it's probably that light. How about that band, baby? How about that band? Oh.
marching band. Raiders marching band under band director Emerson Young. Ladies and gentlemen, attention Billy Ray Cromedy. Billy Ray Cromedy. Your debit card is at the front gate. Billy Ray Cromedy. Your debit card is at the entrance gate.
We're back here from G. Ball Live, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club, powered by PCB Hobby. We're right out there off Back Beach next to Florida Linens. We do TCGs, we do coins, we do sports cards, comic books, you name it. The point is, we sell fun. Come check us out at PCB Hobby. I'll be there from 11 to 6 tomorrow. Also, Cox Pools commercial, Jessica Ling Insurance, Panama City Moose Lodge, 1389. Jefferson Air Conditioning and Whitehead Plumbing. We've got the score here. Mosley on top of Rickards, 28-20, getting ready for third quarter action. Skin and Cancer Center, Rosemary and Thyme, Sunny's Barbecue, Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe, and of course, as well as Mr. Eddie's Beach House Sales and Development, Bite Me Custom Treats, Countryside Lawn Care, Bay County, GolfWithJ.com, Price & Sons Fencing, KL Skaggs Heating and Air. Now, we didn't talk about this heading into not playing in this game. Wesley Price was injured earlier. He'll be out for the remainder of this game. The Dolphins are holding. You've got a rushing touchdown from Sammy Chisholm and a receiving touchdown at the end of the half from Fletcher Taylor, and 3 touchdowns from the Raiders at this point. Kyle, going into the K&L third quarter, give me what's hot and what's been cold.
I'll tell you. Address it, but we'll just say that one of the Rickards touchdowns, we kind of all know that what happened on that drive. Mostly a couple of big plays, so I would say that's pretty hot. Not a lot cold tonight, Dave. I feel like Mosley has done a great job responding, especially emotionally, and to be able to get a big stop coming out the gate here in the second half. And we know Coach, and Rickards, I'd maybe have my eyes open for an onside kick here.
The senior kicker, Maverick Wright, the Golden Toes, got the ball teed up between the 40s, getting ready for the KL Skaggs Heating and Air third That ball will be returned from just above the 5-yard line, straight up the middle.
Oh, boy.
He's made a duo of Dolphins that brings him down. Nice return from the return man.
The seam and get a nice burst of speed. And good starting field position for the Rickards Raiders here.
11:52 on the clock, 8 points. This is Mosley Football Live. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. Third quarter action. Sound of the Southland. Another great performance as well from the Rickards as well. The big offensive line for the Raiders makes their way to the football, and they'll get this drive started from their very own 38-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field. It's 1st and 10. First play of the in motion. They fake the gift to him right to number 11, Carlise Price, the running back. He'll get a few, but just shy of the 40 to bring up 2nd and about 8.
Great job closing the gap there by the Mosley Dolphins defense.
Christian Brown has been getting plenty of snaps tonight. We've noticed a progression throughout the game.
It's very good to see.
2nd and about 8 from the 39-yard line.
You feel like the secondary is, I mean, they've obviously been playing a big man down all season long.
Number 24 was the running back at the left of the quarterback. He motions up as a tight end. Number 2 is in motion. And Julian Augers, who's made a great play tonight, makes the stop on Tyler Walker for Rickards.
Big 3rd down opportunity here to get off the field. Set the tone early.
3rd down from the 42. Ball on the lower portion of your screen. The hash mark closest to the bottom of your screen. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Again, the quarterback, Jordan Kelly, is flanked by 2 running backs in a lone. Tonight, Jordan Kelly in his pink cleats drops back. He's in the pocket, stands there. He's got a man, number 4, wide open. With Aaron Johnson Jr. on the long strike, nearly a 60-yard pass. Element, and it's 28-26 pending the extra point.
Not going to punch down on it. Great pass, great catch, great route. I will say when you go back and watch
58 yards, not quite 60 there, 28-20. Strike there. Jordan Kelly putting a lot of air underneath that thing and letting Aaron Johnson Jr. Oh, the kicker is on for the extra point. Jordan Kelly, the holder. And it will be good. 28-27, 10-25 remaining in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air. Call 850-238-5414. There is job too big or too small. 1-point game, 10-25 remains in the 3rd.
I'm just going to give a personal testimony every single opportunity that I get about Chris Skaggs and his crew over at KL Skaggs Heating and Air LLC. I can tell you firsthand, man, that is one planet. And when he says no job too big, too small, he means it, man. He means
me, for instance, I have no hair, yet I still go to Miss best I can, meaning they do the most with the least.
Got to get it sanded down, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to David because Facebook saying that he sounded great.
Yeah, shout outs. We're not watching, or I don't have the chat up in front of me since we're calling. Number, reach out to me. We'll do some shout outs.
Yeah.
28-27, good ball game here from Gene Cox Stadium. Dolphins lead the Rickards Raiders by 1. Ball teed up in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. Mason Doe approaches the teed-up football, and it's a line drive towards the 5. Will Arboleta picks it up. He's been better than most tonight, and he's got room. Another big block by Tallahassee. Down the sideline, comes back to the inside, across the 40 to the 35, and drugged out just shy of the 30, and I see nothing that would make me say, bite me.
That's the first thing I'm doing now after a big play. I look around, and then I'm celebrating. Dave, I was just getting ready to say sometimes you got to let those just kind of bounce into the end zone, but Then I forget. Big number 7 back there. You really just have an opportunity every time he touches the ball.
Will, you better stop playing Arboleta. 10-12 left to go here. 28-27, and the Dolphins offense makes their way back out for their first possession of the second half here in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air third quarter. Sammy Chancellor to the right of his quarterback. JP Holzback, 3 receivers out to the right of the offense. Sammy bounces out to the right. They're going to throw it to Fletcher Taylor, who has room and a blocker in front of him. Jamarcus Halstead on the block. Puts a move inside the 10 to 5 into the end zone for a 34-27, pending the Golden Toes point after attempt.
Just incredible blocking on the outside by Jamarcus Halstead, setting the tone on that. And Fletcher Taylor, once again, for a guy that is 6'2", 225 pounds, that boy can move.
Looks like we've got a little battle for the Reliance South Construction Player of the Game between the slot receiver and the tight end. The slot receiver being Fletcher Taylor, 2 touchdowns tonight. Adam Land, the tight end, with 2 touchdowns as well. Maverick Wright, the Golden Toe, all for the extra point. It was pressured, and it's to the left, and he misses it wide left. And that makes it a 34-27 ball game with 10:01 remaining in the Skaggs Heating and Air third quarter.
That could be big, Dave. Mosley kind of had the opportunity, well, not opportunity, but they had the distinct advantage of knowing that, like, the best Rickards could do was get within 2, and they had to eventually give that 2-point conversion a try. And, well, now that opportunity's gone.
Well, when you go back and you watch that, you'll see the guy coming off of the left edge over there. He was all over it. He wasn't going to block it, but that did affect the timing, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And most of the time when you got to rush a kick, you're going to end up pulling it.
34-27, 10:01 remains in the Skaggs Heating and Air third quarter. Touchdown ball game here. The Dolphins offense getting set for the kickoff. I think we're in a little bit of a TV timeout here. Countryside Lawn Care of Bay County takes care of us with the water breaks. They specialize in the complete year-round lawn care of homes and businesses.
See if I got any messages here. Shout out Barrett Townsend.
Barrett Townsend, what's good, bud? Hope we're doing well. What's the NFL game looking like? Hey, NFL on Friday, that only happens about twice a season starting this year.
Weird, huh?
Well, no, last year we played on Friday in Brazil, and then we had the Black Friday game as well, so I guess that's 2 years in a row.
The Sao Paulo game right now taking place. Chargers with a 10-0 lead over the KC Chiefs.
Dicker the kicker getting in there.
Got him a nice 39-yarder, and Quentin Johnston with a 5-yard touchdown pass from Justin Herbo.
Oh, there we go.
Jay Herbo getting some action.
That's, obviously a lot of football left to play over there, but with all of the injuries to the Chargers, I think a lot of people were kind of counting them out. Plus, it's easy to count anyone out who plays in the AFC West.
You can count on my friends to see when I'm slacking. It is the third quarter. I did just update the score bug. My apologies.
34-27, 10:01 in the third. Maverick Wright's got it teed up in the middle of the field between the 40s. A little bit of an upward spiral return from the 5. He's got room, makes a move to the left side of the field, and he'll get across the 35. Wyatt Fleming was reaching to rip the ball out. It doesn't happen, but the Raiders will start this drive here from about the 35.
All right, I'm going to say this one quietly, Dave, because Mosley faithful is screaming for a flag over here, but I actually kind of thought Mosley got away with the face mask.
Face mask. They did get a little grasp there. It'll be from the 37-yard line at the bottom of your screen on that hash mark there. First and 10, 9:51 remains in the third, 34-27. Great ball game live from Tallahassee, Florida in Gene Cox Stadium. I'm David Hayes and Kyle Wright. You're listening to Mosley Football Live.
I got to say, man, this is a beautiful stadium.
The last time we were here, Leon ended up escaping on a last-second Hail Mary. 2 wide receivers flank the quarterback, Jordan Kelly. They're going to give it to Carlise Price. Pursuit is in order, and the Dolphins push him out just shy of the 40-yard line to bring up second and around.
On the outside, some decent blocking there by Rickards, kind of moved the ball forward, and there really wasn't much space to find. Short gain, though.
Second
bleeding minimal.
Second and about 7 here. Carly's Price, the running back to the left of Jordan Kelly. 2 wide receivers down at the bottom. He's going to roll out to his left. Number 16 in pursuit and overshoots his intended wide receiver near the boundary there to fall incomplete and bring up 3rd and 7.
Mosley's had some success when Rickards has kind of done those rollout plays. They've had some success downfield, but for the most part, not biting on it.
Staying home, and the safety play for Evan Julian Aggers has been nice this evening. Position where Mosley has been looking for some help. 2 wide receivers split out to either side of the offensive line for the Rickards Raiders. Carly's Price, the running back, to the right of the quarterback, Jordan Kelly. Claps his hand, grabs the snap. He's looking to the right over the middle, actually to the outside, and he's going to find Davian Crumity on the reception there, and that's going to be good for Barbershop. First down.
That's a good ball right there. Nice strike and a nice catch, taking it to the ground with him. I didn't think it was bad coverage by Christian Brown. Kept this.
The left, they are going to give it to him, and Wyatt Fleming makes a great play there. I believe that was Wyatt. He'll split the sticks a little bit more than that, bringing up a 2nd and short.
4 down territory, everything from here.
2nd down.
Wyatt Fleming with some great pursuit. Sorry, no, you're good. Wyatt Fleming with some great pursuit to the outside.
The Raiders back. They'll look over at the offensive coordinator. Right to the left. They are going to give it to Carly's Price. And 2 to 3 to 4. Lose a couple there.
Lose a couple yards and lose his helmet. He'll have to come off for a play.
That was number 11, Carly's Price, who's had himself a good night as well tonight, Kyle.
And it's a big play to lose one of your best players on here on a third and medium, 3rd and 5.
8:55, 3rd and 5. Needs to get it inside the 40-yard line of the Dolphins. They are in their territory.
Good
Through
pass.
the middle,
Wow.
Great pass there from Jordan Kelly. Number 4's got some speed. Number 4 into the end zone. Aaron Johnson Jr. back-to-back touchdowns there, and he was able to show off the Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I mean, that's a picture-perfect pass, and he cuts to the outside. And think he may have put somebody on
Little skate-skis?
the old Sonic roller skates. Ho.
Pivotal PAT right here, as it is 34-33. We saw the Dolphins, Maverick Wright, miss his extra point. Both extra points that have been missed tonight have been wide left, each of them on the opposite sides of the field. Mason Doe, the Raiders kicker, steps up. He picks a little piece of turf off the ground and sees what the wind is looking like.
A little miscommunication here.
And clock's right, 20 seconds on the play clock. Game clock reads 8:32 here. A little confusion, as Kyle was mentioning. That's... Oh, fumbled snap!
What did
Jordan
they say?
Kelly!
What did they say?
I'm not entirely sure. Oh, and it was wide open, but it falls incomplete. And that's a big break for the Dolphins.
You know what we say, Dave? Ball don't lie.
The ball don't lie. The ball don't lie.
Glad I didn't say it before he threw the pass.
8:32 remains in the KL Skaggs heating and air third quarter. There's no fits right there. I feel like they felt the same way. A little bit of luck, a little blessings raining down from game here from Gene Cox Stadium. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. We'll be back with the kick. Actually, Kyle will just 32 left to go, though.
And I do want to say, I'm going to do one quick little check here. But, you know, we are first come, first serve, and I do want to say that the timeouts are.
We can make that happen for you.
Comment said wipe the Vaseline off the camera lens. All right, that one's good.
Here we go. The kick it up 34-33. Mosley leads live from Tallahassee, Florida, inside of the beautiful Gene Cox Stadium. David Hayes and by PCB Hobby. And a drive. Fielded up the middle, but then fumbled, and he picks it up again, and now he makes a move to the right side of the field. I believe that's Wyatt Fleming carrying a host of Raiders on him. And the Dolphins are going to start this drive with the ball at the 45-yard line. 8:21 to go in the third. 1 point lead.
Find some space and get a great starting field position here for the Mosley Dolphins offense. Once again, been able to take advantage of some short fields a lot. Need it.
Two wide receivers split out to either side of the offensive line from land in motion. They're going to throw it to Sammy Chisholm. Land with the lead. Skirts out of bounds after a 2-yard gain.
Good discipline there by the Rickards defense. Not blocking on the outside. Adam Land kind of leading the way, and Sammy making something out of nothing, picking up a couple of yards, but not very much.
Second down.
JP back and the Dolphins come out with a 1 point lead, 8-10, and not counting as Sammy Chisholm went out of bounds. Again, split wide receivers, and they're going to look to the right side this time, a little high there, but right to Jamarcus Halstead, and they're going to be close. That is a first down. Mr. Eddie's Barbershop, first down.
Great back shoulder pass there. Nice catch by Jamarcus Halstead, who's going to need to check out and take himself a breather here. Got a little limped up on that. Probably took a cleat to the shin or something. You know that don't feel good.
.47, 1 point lead, and three wide receivers to the left. Not entirely sure there, unless the referee didn't like what the center.
Were there maybe 12
I think
men
he
on the
moved.
field?
Okay.
I think the center moved the ball up, and that's what it was.
Okay. Well, snapping.
For the Dolphins, now backed up into their own territory from the 48-yard. Land in the middle, and he makes the grab and gets back to Raiders territory.
Rickards, and had to be a perfectly thrown ball because Adam Land had nothing but black jerseys around him.
Receivers out to the right this time. It's a give to Sammy. He's got room on the left side. Cuts back inside.
Oh, man.
And he'll pick up 5.
It's going to come back.
Oh, I didn't see the Lelo. By Bite Me Custom Treats.
And that one is definitely going to come back to bite us.
And that'll make it second and Callaway, huh?
Oh, wow. I think we're heading east here. It's second in Lake City, huh?
Ah, there you go.
I don't know what direction we're facing. I don't have a compass in my pocket.
46-yard line back. Wide receivers out to the right. Carson Griffin, the low man, down at the bottom of your screen. The running back to the right. And JP's going to throw it on a slip screen to Sammy Chisholm.
He hit him while the ball was in the air.
And that will fall incomplete. Down for the Dolphins.
I don't quite get that one, Dave. All right, gonna stay.
Have you got very much tonight?
I have not gotten much at all, except for maybe a little heat exhaustion.
Tallahassee, no doubt.
Turned, yeah.
Hey, you gotta deal with the fire for a little bit. A Bite Me Custom Treats penalty is gonna go against the Raiders on this one. See exactly what it is.
I thought that was gonna be against Mosley for sure.
Third down. The down marker down here does show first. As you hear the applause from the Mosley sideline.
just waiting on a little bit of a signal here.
6.5 left to play in the third quarter.
They are signaling first down.
And that must have been a personal foul of some sort, Kyle.
That's what I'm thinking. Having the conversation, they moved the ball plenty.
So now it goes down to 1st and like 4. I've never seen anything like this in my life before. The play clock is at 24 seconds. I don't know how we go to, what I'm saying is I don't know how we go to 1st and 4 right here. Wasn't it just 2nd down?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so we're back. We're back. It is 2nd and 4. All right, now we're back to making sense here.
All right.
Well, I was just thinking,
I'm with
you know.
you. No, absolutely, I'm with you. I was just kind of letting it play out.
2nd and about 4, maybe call it 3 here. Heavy lineup here. Oh, no, it's a little wild dolphin action. Sammy Chisholm to the left. He cuts back inside across the 35. First down brought to you by Mr. Eddie's Barbershop.
I kind of like getting that mixed in tonight.
When was the last time we saw the wild dolphin?
I think
was it last year with LoJack and Sammy?
A little bit with LoJack, yeah.
Okay.
We ran it a lot with CJ Chima and Marquise Wilkerson.
Yeah, MJ and CJ, no doubt. 1st and 10.
Got to go back to, what is that, 2023 or 2022 for that season?
Big 1st and 10 from the 33. 2 wide receivers stacked about a yard behind each other. Side of the offensive line. Fletcher Taylor motions over. Give to Sammy Chisholm. Running right behind Fletch. And Jack is barking at the referee. Not barking, but asking a question. I don't mean that so strongly there.
Pleading his case.
Pleading his case. Great way to put that there. And that'll be up 2nd.
There is a flag.
There is a flag way outside. Illegal substitution. Maybe, if I'm guessing.
Something against the defense. Yeah, illegal substitution. Good call. Mosley's going to get the penalty after all, but not the one that JP was probably looking for, but
so that moves the ball inside the 30-yard line, deeper into Raiders territory here for the Dolphins with 5:56 here in the third quarter. Brought to you by KL Skaggs Heating and Air. No job too big or small. Call Chris 238-5414. 1st and about 6 here for the Dolphins. And Sammy Chisholm, the running back, to the left of JP. 3 wide receivers down here at the bottom of your device. JP looks right, and he's going to throw it up. A little fade route to Jamarcus. The defensive back was all over him. No flag on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down. 5:32 remains in the third quarter.
I've been kind of vocal, but I kind of like the no call there. Got 2 guys kind of fighting over the ball.
I liked it too.
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty vocal. I'll tell you.
Looks like we have an official timeout, which means it's a water break. Countryside Lawn Care of Bay. Matt Simmons at 850-896. For good help. They also specialize in the complete year-round lawn care of homes and businesses. Third quarter action brought to you by KL Skaggs. Continue with the momentum. I was expecting a little bit maybe lower, a lower scoring game here, and this game has been a lot of fun, a lot of back and forth.
A lot of confusion on the offensive side of the ball. I thought that if there was going to be a lot of points scored tonight, that I'm pretty surprised and very pleased by the performance. And defensively, there's still a couple really big plays.
After the Countryside Lawn Care Bay County water break, we've got third action. 5.5 left to play here in a 34-33 ball. The Raiders 28-yard line. I think we're still in the TV timeout. You see that guy over there in the red hat talking to the side judge? He is kind of the guy who we have. So this game, not our broadcast, we're on YouTube, but for the other side, I think they have it like a regional broadcast, Friday Night Fever type deal. So that is why we have the long TV timeouts. 2 wide receivers over there to the right, back to the left of JP Holstenbeck. He bounces out to the right, bounces back in. JP it down on the wheel to Sammy Chisholm. Sammy Chisholm makes a move, and he'll get inside the 2 for a Mr. Eddie's. Not a beach house sales. That would be a touchdown. Play design. We haven't seen a lot of the RPO tonight, but there's been a lot of motion, a lot of movement. I like to see it.
I thought you'd maybe have a little.
Wanted to hear me say Florida State, so they threw a flag provided by.
I mean, the flags start flying.
Yeah, a lot of complaints from the Bama faithful on the referees. I think that the Florida State just looked daggum good.
Oh, how the turns.
Hey, it's eerily similar without the travel aspect. That game was eerily similar. Field in the Wild Dolphin. He'll run to the left. He's got men blocking. He's across for pay dirt. Touchdown Dolphins. Brought to you by Beach House Sales and Development. Beth lets nothing in her way from PC to 38. Beach House Sales and Development, the Gulf's premier real estate group.
The golden toe. Put that thing through them uprights, son. Yeah, you can put the pressure. You can put it right back on Rickards. They're eventually going to have to go for 2.
40
kick.
40-33, snaps good, holds good, kicks up, and it looks like it went by. It did! Splits the upright. The extra point's good, and Mosley holds on to an 8-point lead. We've got a 8-point game, 41-33. 5:15 remaining at Gene Cox Stadium. David Hayes and Kyle Wright. Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Back for third quarter action, brought to you by KL Skaggs Heating and Air after this. One of my favorite things, Kyle, about calling the games from the bleachers in a high school football game is the band, the Sound of the Southland, sounding absolutely amazing tonight. We've got 5:15 remaining third quarter.
I'll be honest with you,
It's an 8-point game, sorry.
No, you're good. I'll be honest with you. It's I love our booth at Tommy Oliver. It is like perfectly set up for us. I love how desolate. We have an incredible view there. Because we're kind of isolated from everybody. Like we get to turn the light off in there. But I got to tell you, this is my preferred game calling experience right here. We got all the parents and families around us.
Onside kick! Onside kick! And it bounces back to Mosley. Does he get it? Yes, he does! Onside kick for 2 weeks in a row by the special teams unit, and who recovers? Oh. You better Arboleta stop, or you better stop playing Arboleta on the grab there.
One of those nicknames.
One of them.
Maverick Wright has gotten really good at those onside kicks, man.
And that is a momentum changer. A number you cannot quantify is momentum, but we know which sideline it resides on right now, Kyle.
Mosley can, obviously, he's got a lot of football left to play here, Dave. But Mosley has an opportunity to take some command. I got to tell you something funny after this.
JP Olsenbeck's got Sammy Chisholm to the left. They're heavy to the left. They toss to the left. Sammy Chisholm breaks a tackle, jukes upfield. He's across the 35, near the 30-yard line. That's a Mr. Eddie's first down.
We do have a Rickard Raider down right around the 30-yard line. A lot of bodies piling up over there. It's always dangerous.
And with that, Kyle, looks like we are going to get a little countryside lawn care of Bay County water break. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live presented by Mosley Touchdown Club, powered by PCB Hobby. We'll be right back. We're back here at Gene Cox Stadium. That was number 6 for the Rickards Raiders there. Roy Andrews. He's back on his feet, making his way to the Raiders sideline there. We do have a 41-33 ball game here with 5:05 remaining in the KL Skaggs Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter. Give Chris a call at 850-238-5414. No job too big or small.
Shout out Brandon Shaw tagging us on Facebook.
That's my guy, man.
Calling the masses to come listen to us. My dad's in our fantasy group chat talking about the commentators on the Chiefs and Chargers game. I sent them the YouTube link to us. I was like, listen to these guys.
JP looking to the right. He's going to throw it up to very handsy, but that ball will fall incomplete.
That one.
If you hear, but me personally, I like to see him play. It's high school football. I want to see the kids play.
He is looking at the ball too, by the way.
Yeah, the defender was.
Yeah,
he turned around and looked for it. Yeah, exactly. You with the flag not flying there. I've said bite me enough. I love you, Carlin AG, but we've said it enough tonight.
That one definitely warranted.
Takes the cake.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Trying to be a little punny there. JP Hulsenbeck leads the Dolphins back to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receivers out to the right. It's a give to Sammy Chisholm, who dances at the line of scrimmage. He'll go down at the 30-yard line, and that will bring up 3rd and long.
Big opportunity for Rickards to make a big stop here. You got to believe, though. I wonder what the strategy would be. This would be about a 47.
He's at the line, hurrying him up. They got 20 seconds here. Split wide receivers to either side. Now Rickards showing pressure here. About 4:20. Close one. It is 41-33.
Play clock's winding down. 6,
5, 4, 3, 2. Adam Landon in motion.
Gotta use a timeout.
Timeout, Mosley Dolphins. If you'd like to hear your business talked about during timeouts, then you can contact Kyle Wright on Facebook. Kyle Aaron Wright, that way you can find him. And then we'll talk about your business during the timeouts. But since we're not doing that, this is Mosley Football Live, powered by PCB Hobby, right back after the timeout. Back here at Gene, powered by PCB Hobby, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club. Big shout out to B. Shaw again, Brandon. Hope all is well, and hope you all enjoyed your time down there in Gainesville for Miami, Florida, all in the right direction. Could be a great season, but right now we're present with Jamarcus Halstead.
That's going to make this a lot tougher. You don't have to get all of this on one play. I think this is probably 4 downs. 2006, that all 3 of the Florida Big 3 colleges have been in the top 15.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
Yeah.
Let's see how it all plays out. Get at Jamarcus, they're going to throw the comeback, and he makes the catch, and he was all over him. The flag does fly. The flag does
over him, and we've seen Jamarcus Halstead just insanely good catches this season.
We're underneath 4 minutes here in the KL Skaggs. 83. I don't know did you have the over of 70?
Hard rock.
Oh, dadgum. So big. Pete Rose would be so proud.
Hey,
first, and they hold an 8-point lead. The ball is right, and they are tight. Receivers bunched up to the left. Sammy Chisholm Oh, they're going to give it to Henson Holden. He's around the outside like Eminem in a trailer park, and now close to the 10.
And you have a little bit of Jack Massey right there.
It did. I like that. Underneath out 2.
Got a text about it is an option, but we just don't have somebody to.
Yeah, stop it. Stop the clock. Guys, it's not that easy.
That's a full-time job.
Bullies himself out of bounds, but almost found pay dirt there.
Shane's on the ground.
You hear the crowd here from Gene Cox Stadium. I mean, I would the traveling side than the home side tonight. Sammy Chisholm in the Wild Dolphin. He's going to get it. Rust his noise. 47-33 pending. Maverick Wright. Great drive there, consuming a little bit of time. We're still here in the third quarter action. 47-33. It splits the upright, and Maverick Wright is good. 48. In their third quarter, I'm David Yates with Kyle Wright. This is Mosley Football Live, powered by This is Mosley Football Live, and we've got a good one. 40 teed up at the 40. Maverick Wright and the Dolphins making their way to the field. What's important here for the Dolphins defense?
Foot on the throat, Dave. Fin on the throat, some would say.
Is the nail, in your opinion, which I don't even want to talk about this, is the nail? That is a high end-over-end kick returned at the 11. Then they hit them with a reverse. Number 11, Carlise Price is bamboozled by Wyatt Fleming. Number 11 laying the wood.
Look, no reaction from Rob.
2:35 remains here. Have they started setting the nail? I'm not, not driving the nail, but is the nail set here in the coffin, in your opinion, with so much fun?
Has the nail in their hand and the hammer in the other.
What about those magnetic hammers where you can just set the nail up there and just boom?
No free ads, but shout out to Husky brand.
Cobalt. Now, if I was a contractor, probably wouldn't be going with Cobalt, but for me,
enough.
It's a little cheaper, and I don't use it as much. That's what we've got Reliant South Construction for. Give to Carlise Price, and he is wrangled in the backfield by Carson Griffin and by, I believe that's Cole Archambault.
Nice job right there. Big opportunity. Say it all night. We can say it till our clock's running.
Second down here as we approach the end of the third quarter. Split running backs on either side of Jordan Kelly, the quarterback. Pressure shown by the Dolphins. It's Wyatt Fleming in on it. He's got and he fumbles out of bounds, takes the chain crew down. Hopefully everyone's all right over there. That was a crazy play.
He made the right decision to keep that thing in his hands and take off. I'll say that.
I mean, really all around, that was great. Looks like everyone's up and going. Chain crew's all right. That's one of the toughest volunteer positions in all of football, the chain crew, Kyle.
That was an assistant coach that got bowled over right there.
Oh, you hate to see that.
Yeah, he's going to have to take a second. Off of work. My PTO will be gone if I got hit like that.
Yeah, you'd be wishing that your job did health insurance instead of home insurance.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So that is still going to bring they're going to call that a first down. They are calling that a first down. I don't
Well, are they? No, I don't think so.
Oh, so they're saying he went out back there. I can't see the down marker. Okay, so it is, should be third here.
On the 46.
Yes.
Yeah, it should
Okay.
be third. Okay. All right, now we're going to have a little split back action. They're going to run right out the middle. He's going to have enough for the first down. The Dolphins let him get beyond the 50 there. First down for the Raiders, 140 to play in the third.
It just comes down from a great decision by the quarterback to keep that ball instead of trying to force something that wasn't there. I thought he's had a few opportunities tonight to do that.
And it was so smart, too, because you had Aggers, who's the safety, strong safety, who was actually playing on the strong side of the ball. Fleming actually comes from the interior of the defense there. So here we go from the 49-yard line, 48-yard line. First down. Split back again. Jordan Kelly has time, but
they got
pressure's
him.
on him. Will Arboleta and the Dolphins.
It's a big-time sack. Will Arboleta and Kane Colbert. You put the pressure. And you disturb.
That's going to make it second and long as the Raiders Gamecock Stadium watching on your device.
I'm starting to switch gears on the player of the game.
Screen to Achilles Price.
Oh,
and
yes,
trips out
sir.
in the backfield. What a tackle by Carson Griffin.
That ball hung up in the air just a little bit too long. Gave Carson Griffin time to get his feet set and make a great shoestring tackle.
That's another loss for the Dolphins defense approaching the end of the third quarter.
Oh, this is third and Bluntstown right here.
Third and Bluntstown, where we had the Archburgers earlier, and I'm not talking about Arch Manning.
The Golden Arch. Except these were actually on target.
Absolutely, the food was good. 48-33, 1 second left. Third quarter is over. KL Skaggs heating it air. Hey, the Dolphins have been hot and cold in this game, but the third quarter was on fire. This is Mosley Live, powered by PCB Hobby. Back here for fourth quarter. Now, as always, love the hype and energy they bring to the table. If you're just joining us on YouTube, this is Mostly Football Live. I'm David. By the Mosley Touchdown Club. And we've got a good one. 48-33. Mosley leads Rickards. Rickards 1-yard line. They need to get inside the 40-yard line to about the 38 of the Mosley Dolphins here. Jordan Kelly, the quarterback for ball, has been playing amazing quarterback tonight. Great throws, great scrambles. Actually put him in here earlier, but a couple of sacks pushed him back. Kyle, big third down here. What do you want to see from our Dolphins defense?
I mean, years ago, Dave, when it was just an eternity to go with that logo that's sitting right there around the 50-yard line. I just get nightmares when it was like, man, you don't have to play a prevent here, right? Because it's not a goal to go situation.
All right, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. It's kind of insane, man. But that's what happens when you play.
I would almost say that gives you more of a reason to watch over here on YouTube, Because
we're cutting away too, but
we're cutting away.
Picture-in-picture advertising.
I
It's
love
like
it.
NASCAR, baby.
PIP.
How about Red Zone now on ESPN, which I don't think it's going to be as bad as what I thought at first, though.
Yeah, it's there's already been announced that there will be commercials in it this year, though. So.
Yes, sir. 3 wideouts. Oh, the snap was fumbled, but we haven't had enough of a. We needed to get a little countryside lawn care of Bay County water break in, and now if the snap's
Wyatt
good,
Fleming having to come off.
Wyatt Fleming maybe because of his mouthpiece. Definitely get that. 5 wide receivers. He's looking to the right of the field. Steps up in the pocket. He's got a man. That's
That he's thrown all night, and he has been on target. Fortunately for Mosley, he didn't find his.
have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the field. So they've only got 10 on the seconds on the play clock. So that is either going to be a timeout or a delay of game. Bite Me Custom Treats on fencing, Kale Skaggs, heating and air. And there's a whole lot more of you. I'm working on it and you like it.
But your screen will never change.
Here comes Jordan Kelly, the quarterback. He's 30-yard line, rolls down the left sideline, and will go out at the
Fourth quarter. I love it. Donkey Kong. Hey, not Metcalf.
Let's go, defense.
They are trying to fire. Bleeding some clock, Dave. You got a 2-possession lead. Be passed.
I like that.
Yeah.
You can also
Kyle-
use of that and just pass and stay aggressive. Here we go. 1st and 10. Has a lead blocker across the 40. Goes out of bounds. First.
This is when you're going to probably start seeing a little Sean Williams get mixed in.
Great as number 1's going to be making his.
See number 8 dressed out down there. Do you, David?
14
Yeah, there he is.
seconds.
We're good.
14 seconds at the bottom of your screen. That's going to be Carson Griffin and Fletcher, Jamarcus Holstead, and 11 and a half minutes.
Let's keep it rolling. Thinking about keeping some fresh legs out there.
Second. 43-yard line. Need to get across the 50 to the 49 for wide receiver split. Jamarcus Halstead in motion. Give to Sammy Chisholm to the right side of the line. Gets near the 50. Will a little bit of a light spot there. He'll be at the 49.
He is a little bit short of the marker, but important to note that he did stay in bounds.
This evening.
I think you probably have 2 plays to get this day. What do you think?
Carson Griffin's alone.
Jamarcus Halstead and JP going to come back onto the field.
I believe that's 55. Yes, sir. Cole kind of played that role of Braden Bruins last year as well.
Absolutely.
Whole.
I mean, that's another defensive one player to come from these Mosley Dolphins. And while we're talking about big-time D1.
Marcus Halstead in motion. Sammy Chisholm bounces out, spins back inside. Will a flag fly there? I mean, to me, yeah, that wasn't very aggressive.
Now, if he slams them, it's...
Yeah. And I felt like he even let off, too.
Yeah.
Like that was more of Sammy falling down there. Approaching the 9-minute mark in 4th quarter.
Rickards band over there is having some fun.
They get down with it, man.
They do, man. They're using, making the most of the...
Yeah, he showed off a little willage there.
He did.
A little willage. In the backfield, 5,
He might throw
4.
Oh, no. Oh,
But
Joseph Chima.
And there's also, what was the snap count right? This is a little different, too.
You mix youth in with a little miscommunication, and
2.
when they know it's coming, Dave, and they still can't stop it.
$8:30 left to play. 8:20 and counting, 14 seconds. By Mr. Eddie's Barbershop. Sammy Chisholm. $1 Williams out there. He gets the carry. He'll go right up the middle, and the feet just chug-a-lug, trying to get to the 25. He'll be
Still make a big play like that. It's impressive.
Sammy Chisholm back on the 7:35. We're winding down the fourth quarter. Long drive to this point to start the fourth quarter. Maybe maybe a yard or two there to bring up third in about 6.
I would like to see the Wild Dolphin mix with Sean Williams and Sammy Chisholm.
Is Holsted inside, and you got Fletcher Taylor and Adam Landis timeouts. And the Dolphins offense, who's been running right down the field right here, needs to get about inside the 12. Mike is caught. Carson Griffin into the end zone. Touchdown for the Delaware commit. Weighing in at 180. 54-33. And now the Nails often, but they're still 6.5, and anything could go. And the parents are now pointing at the football players, wondering. 6.5 left to play, and Maverick Wright and the gang coming on. Big game so far tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Now, obviously, you have to give a lot of credit for Bay and what they did defensively last week.
Yes.
But I would say that less of the RPO tonight, more of just like, you know what? You don't got to guess. We are going to run. We're going to run it with Sammy Chisholm. Sean Williams will spell them. And then maybe every now and again you'll see JP run. But there has been a little bit more zip, less passing as well because of how well the run has worked tonight.
Yeah.
But there's been some, great grabs tonight too.
There have been, man, and just some great opportunities that have been capitalized on. And we talked earlier, we thought that whole drive was just bad call after bad call for Rickards to get that touchdown. And Mosley did.
Because a lot of the times when you start letting the referee get into your head,
yeah,
that could be the ball game. As the kick is instant, Gavin Malden on the hit. Once the helmet comes off, the play is.
Conversation before the kickoff, David. That's just a testament to what this Mosley Dolphins team is going to be as long as Tommy Joe Wooden's got that headset on the sideline wearing green and orange. I mean, you and I have talked several times that the guy's just incredible, and he's building a college-like atmosphere, and he's raising to be men before they even get out of high school.
I think we've got a lot of great coaching staffs in Bay County. When you look at it, obviously Coach Tommy Joe Whitten, we know him a little bit close. Coach Brown at Bay, Coach Trenton Edwards, as the pass from Jordan Kelly is in of the Rickards Raiders, and he is bamboozled by number 11, Wyatt Fleming. But Coach Floyd Rutherford, Coach KP, anyone there. I think I touched every school right there. So yeah, great coaching staffs here in Bay County. Snap, he'll throw it out to one of his favorite wide receivers tonight, number Rickards. That is Aaron Johnson Jr.
Like we talked about this a few weeks ago with Rutherford, you can kind of give yourself a little bit of momentum. Mosley, a great job tonight. The key here is just to try not to get hurt, really.
Jordan Kelly's going to sling it out on.
What most excited about tomorrow? There's
Alabama, Wisconsin. Honestly,
ULM tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah. What game am I looking for? go ahead with yours. As
Oh,
Jordan
you're good.
Kelly is pressured here by the Dolphins defense. Barbershop first down and go out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
Got my eyes on that game in Gainesville.
USF in Florida. That'll be a
USF
good
Florida.
one.
DJ Lagway, the completion percentage was there last week, but a lot of Florida fans a little skeptical about how the offense was ran. USF obviously punched Boise State right in the mouth, and they're giving Florida 17.5 at the house, man.
Yeah, that one could be interesting. Absolutely right. Michigan. Right, not just, I mean, just because it's college game day,
Right.
absolutely, but then also the storyline with, what's all happened with Michigan. Coach Sharon Moore went to Oklahoma, so there's that storyline there. I'll be honest with you, there's not any. Week is going to be watching some of the games and just whenever, you start watching the scoreboard and you just watch the good ones. Those are kind of my favorite weekends because you end up watching teams that you did not intend on watching. Oh, actually, bro, I'm going to be working until 6, so whatever comes on after 6, then actually I'm heading out to a luau for Boston, Tim, and Victoria Avery. Shout out Mr. Eddie's Barbershop. Jordan Kelly drops back, and he is pressured, and he is on it. Play, a magician-like play from the quarterback.
Chance to finish that one.
Oh, and Coach Tommy Joe Whitten getting Cole Archambault back there on the field.
Remind you of a little Nick Saban. Gonna get himself penalized.
Yeah. All he was doing, I felt like all he was doing was picking up his player's towel, but was that Fletcher's towel?
Yeah, he definitely threw it there.
Yeah, no, but I mean it was in the way.
His player's towel.
In the way. Big Cheem down there on the sideline.
Maybe gonna pick that one up.
Oh, they are. They are. Oh, and then a little love.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
From the 42-yard line, Jordan Kelly with the pink cleats in the background. He's going to try to fake the screen, steps up in the pocket, and he is, Cole
my goodness.
Archambault!
He's getting
Okay,
up.
he's getting up.
Boy, Archambault
that was a big hit.
Took that chewing from Taco a little seriously there a minute ago, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Really, the actual individual, what kind of young men they are, high praise from all of the parents and coaches that thing to hear. From the 43-yard line, 3:50 left to play in a 55-33 ball game. The lead late. Jordan Kelly drops back. He'll be out. Oh, no, doesn't go out of bounds. Slips a tackle and makes another man miss. It goes down before Julian Arger hit him. He made a lot of men miss there.
He did. But unfortunately for him.
Oh, bite me custom trees. Man, that was fun to watch, though.
Anytime.
Next week, Kyle, where are we going to be at?
Are we going to Escambia or is it Navarre? I think next week is Navarre. Right?
I got the schedule right here, bro. Next week, we will be at Navarre.
Yep.
And that will be a 6:30 kickoff. A little bit later than our, I guess that would be earlier because it's Central Time over there.
Yeah, 6:30.
So it'll be 6:30, a little bit earlier. On that because I might have put it in as Eastern Time as Jordan Kelly's going to throw the slip screen to the halfback.
Well, if it's 6:30 Eastern, that would not be good.
No, it won't be. I'm saying if I treat it like, let's say that it's 7:30. Anyways.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys know. Keep your eyes on the Mosley Touchdown Club social media page, as well as the Mosley football You can look up David Hayes on Facebook as well. David, plug your stuff, man. Yeah, we haven't talked about our stuff tonight. We got
my good friend Kyle Wright has the Know It All podcast, and he also does Leave It at the Table. Leave It at the Table is live on Thursdays. They did just do a live show for the NFL preview on Wednesdays, and then Know It All, y'all record that on Saturday, Sundays?
Well, we try to release an episode the Monday after every game. This week will be a little bit different because
y'all didn't even have to wait this weekend. Y'all couldn't wait this weekend.
No, we had everybody, a lot of people over at the house. We just went live. Well, not live. We hit the mics on right after that game went final, man. It was a lot of emotion, obviously, and it was a great episode. Shout out to Dan Gonzalez coming down from Bordentown, New Jersey, my co-host. But I think these people need to hear about the new Republic, Dave, the Sports Republic.
Yeah, the Sports Republic with David Hayes. You can catch that wherever you get your podcast. We put the Buzzsprout link out there so you can check it out on Spotify podcast. But we do a high school edition episode, our high school football episode. We'll do all of the high school sports, being that we have Banji Bombadella, who is your local sports reporter for the Panama City News Herald. JD Muzinski is also on that edition with me. Morgan Hilliard and Tyler Bishop do college football, and the NFL is done with Caveman Rick and Adam Goff. And we got obviously, we're going to be getting Kyle and Drew on here eventually. We've got a lot of plans in the future that haven't been planned out yet. Ain't that right, Kyle?
We do need to make that happen. I look forward to getting to do this with you every week because it's like we talk about it all the time. I love Drew. I love Dan. You love all your people, and we do a phenomenal job every time we're surrounded with those people. But in my opinion, there's just something about the Kyle Wright, David Hayes magic that can't be replicated.
It's like salt and pepper, baby. Low snap. Jordan tries to jump on it. He's still pressure, stays on his feet, and he's going to roll out to the right. Rolling out to the right across the 40-yard line of his own, across the 50, still going. Late hit out of bounds. That'll be a first down. Coach Golden not too happy either out there near the 40-yard line.
Man, that's a big hit. Golly. He's all right, yeah? Look at them cleats, by the way. Can we just shout out the pink cleats?
Bro, I've been looking at them all night. And then you got Adam Lamb with the orange cleats and the orange gloves. It was dope last year when you had LoJack wearing like the maroon and you had Raiden wearing the red gloves.
Remember LeBaron Black, our first year.
LeBaron. Highlighter.
Shout out to LeBaron, the human highlighter. All the neon green that he had on every week. It was there ain't no losing him.
No doubt. I like it. All right, so after the penalty, late hit out of bounds, it's going to be 1st and 10. 2:29 remains in the fourth quarter. 22-point ball game. Mosley leads Rickards 55-33. Jordan Kelly under pressure again, still making men miss across the 30. Jukes back to the outside, goes out at the 25, across the 25.
I promise you, in the film room next week, Coach is not going to care about that 22-point lead. He's going to be showing those. Mosley's had that man dead to rights tonight and has not been able to finish. We talked a little bit about that on the way here, Dave. I'll let you in on a little bit of my inside. You recognize your wins and you learn and you understand your losses and you learn from both. And even when you win a game right now by 22, but Rickards is driving, there's lessons to be learned even in your wins.
Always lessons in life and in football, as the intended receiver, or the receiver there, Davian Crumity, makes a catch and picks up a Raider first down there. Yeah, absolutely right, Kyle. I love that. I love looking through some of your notes and what you've been working on lately, man. Definitely growing in the right direction, my guy.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me.
And Jordan Kelly, the quarterback, bounces back and finds his man off of that little bounce. And he'll get inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. No, the whistle was blown. The whistle was blown. Big shout out again to some of our sponsors: Arbor Properties, Cox Pools Commercial, Jessica Ling Insurance, Panama City Moose Lodge 1389, Reliance South Construction, Steverson Air Conditioning, and Whitehead Plumbing. Food sponsors after this play here, as we are underneath 2 minutes, 22-point lead for your Mosley Dolphins. And Jordan Kelly's got on his back. He's broken like 7 tackles. No, 7, that's a low number. Jordan Kelly scrambles into the end zone for a Beach House Sales and Development touchdown. make it 55-39 pending the extra point with 1:43 left to go from Gamecock Stadium. Kyle, 143, buddy. I love you.
What?
No, like 143. Some people say that like 1 is I, 4 is LOVE, like 4 letters for love, and then so 143, buddy.
143. I love you too.
And I love you,
know who else
listeners
we
as
love?
well. Who else?
Sponsors.
My guy.
Over at Dermatology Associates Skin and Cancer Center. Oh, it got really quiet when I started
Yeah,
reading
they
these, didn't
listened
it?
to you. Oh, we have an injured player, so we'll get back to our food sponsors after this. This is David Hayes, Kyle Wright. You're tuned into Mosley Football Live.
Injured player did get Dermatology Associates Skin and Cancer Center, Rosemary and Thyme, Sonny's Barbecue, Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe, and Walborski, Bradley, and Fleming.
Go for 2, number 3 and number 7 in motion for the left to the right, and he is the intended receiver, and he makes the grab, keeping 2 feet in bounds, and we've got a 55-41 point ball game here. It's 14 with 1:43. Kyle, anything could happen. Anything could happen.
We have seen some crazy stuff happen, especially in these Tallahassee games. And I mean, I'm looking over at the scoreboard.
They gave it to Mosley. It's 57-39 on the scoreboard, but
we've got it right on
it's
on the YouTube side of
55-41.
things.
Whoop, whoop.
Look at us.
55-41, 14-point ball game, fourth quarter action.
Rickards does still have 2 timeouts remaining. And the way that their quarterback, I mean, he was the injured player. He did jog off on his own power. So good to see that, but maybe something to watch here if Rickards is able to convert this sure onside kick. Also want to give a little bit of love to our cameraman up there above us, running the one camera system tonight. Oh, Jeffrey Cooper.
Soon to be Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah. Great actor, by the way. Jeffrey
Wright?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Jeffrey can't hear me. I was telling Jeffrey I'm just kidding. He'll hear that in a couple weeks when he listens back. 55-41, live from Gamecock Stadium. The Dolphins lead the Raiders with 1:43 remaining in the fourth quarter action.
All right, here we go.
Mason Doe looking to kick it off. I think we're going to be getting a onside kick here. Let's see. And, switches direction last side, and I believe that's Fletcher Taylor goes up to grab it.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys on that.
It is Fletcher Taylor.
One of like 2 or 3 guys that I'm trying to not kick that ball to.
Yeah, there you go, man. Lots of guys with good hands here. As Mosley looks to go ahead and kill the clock here, they're going to need at least 1 first down depending on how Rickards is going to use their timeouts.
They only have 2, but it's amazing how the energy switches where if you recover that onside kick, well, you still have 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're like, you only have 2.
Absolutely. We'll see how it plays out. Coach Tommy Joe Whidden in the midst of the huddle of the Mosley Dolphins. They put up 55 points tonight. They put up 64 in week 1 against Rutherford. In week 2, they fell to Bay 34-21. Jamarcus Halstead, the wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. Inside of him is Carson Griffin. Adam Land and Fletcher Taylor, the tight ends to the right side of the offensive line. Sammy Chisholm on the give. And he's going to go down just across the 50 here. Pops right back up.
I think maybe on his own power.
I think Rickards is going to wait to use the timeouts until after this play right here. They'll let it run down, so we'll be underneath a minute after this play, and I believe that's when you'll have Rickards take their timeouts to try to stop them on or to try to stop them on 3rd and 4th.
Yep.
Which, kudos to the coach for correct time management there. I love that. I'm a nerd about that kind of stuff.
Mosley's lining up in victory formation here.
Unless they don't have the timeouts. Underneath a minute here, 55-41.
Oh, my goodness.
JP Olsen back.
Hey, he's got to get thrown out of the game, right?
Come on, he didn't spit on him. Now, if I'm Matt Dolan, hey, I have no problem with my offensive line mixing it up after a play like that.
Absolutely.
I know we won, but hey, go ahead, big dog. Go and mix it up. Just don't get thrown out or suspended.
That's the key thing. Sound of the Southland.
Hey.
Bump that up a little bit. Delay of game. The
57 seconds left to go. This ball game is basically over. If you're still with us, we do appreciate you. 55-41 looks to be the final count.
This time the knee does hit the ground. Rickards going to use the timeout.
We'll see.
They're jawing down there.
Oh, yeah. look at Matt, I believe that was Matt Dolan. No, wait, who is that? 50. You give me a number on that guy?
50 or 60?
No, it's 58, I believe, maybe. Trip Rogers? Maybe it was Trip
60.
Rogers.
He's 60.
He just steps in between them, puts his arm out. Again, thank you guys for listening to us. I'm David Hayes along with Kyle Wright. This has been Mosley Football Live. We're going to keep it with you until the clock hits zeros. Then we'll get to the Reliance South Construction player of the game briefly before it's time for us to make our exit out of Tallahassee and back to Panama City before we're on to Pensacola next week.
Rickards out of timeouts.
And that...
We'll run this thing down.
Timeout. That's another timeout there by Rickards. So this will be 4th down right here. So Rickards might have an opportunity to get the ball back here.
Yeah.
Because it's 4th down. You can't really take a knee. The only way that you waste time right here is by trying to get it. Yeah, exactly. I'd bring Talon Moore on right here to
as long
punt.
as he can, maybe. Fight until the last whistle. You like to see it, honestly.
Final. Sorry if we're being a little slow, guys. This game is slowed down tremendously.
Yeah, man. This is admittedly I think our first time with a true television broadcast simultaneously happening, and I think the TV timeouts have thrown us a curveball.
Well, that right there is that's all football right there,
Yeah,
though, because
absolutely.
you got your final timeouts, and so we
Well,
slowed down a little bit here, but
well, we had that red cap out there,
oh, did we? So it was a TV timeout.
right there at
yep.
the 42.
Again, big shout out to all of our sponsors. So thankful for all of y'all. We wouldn't have been able to get the equipment without you guys. We wouldn't be able to do some of the things that we've been able to do without you all. Mosley Football Live, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club, powered by PCB Hobby.
Gonna get another stoppage here.
And we're going to get a timeout. This should be your business. We should be talking about your business here at this timeout.
What's happening?
Here comes the entire Mosley offense.
My goodness, Dave. I'm just as confused. We're driving back 2 hours back to Bay County, and then from there we're heading to. I'm in the morning.
Tell the people what you're doing.
I'm heading over to New Orleans. I don't know if I should specifically shout out the job or not, but
do it.
have an
I don't
opportunity.
care.
Yeah, I don't know if I like.
I say do it and then ask for forgiveness later because the two people who we got to ask for forgiveness from are right there beside us.
Oh, no, I'm not worried about that side of it. I'm
you're
worried about
Yeah, then don't do it.
Yeah,
Let's not even do it.
But shout out to some of the people that we work with and work around for hooking us up. Going to a New Orleans Saints game on Sunday. Some
That'll be
awesome
fun,
seats,
man. Who do the Saints have again? Cardinals
Arizona.
to start it off? Yep.
Yeah, get to take some binoculars and see if I can find Kyler Murray.
Oh, I was about to say, and that's a bad snap. I forgot they were punting, guys. I have clocked out of this game mentally. It is 55-41. That is on me. 40 seconds left to play.
I think we've kind of
the game.
I think we've kind of switched, because I was first half of the first quarter. I'm a big boy, man. That sun was beating me down.
Seriously, I thought there was
first quarter, man.
It was the upbacks that were right there that I was like, oh, okay. Wait, where's that snap going? Oh, Talon Moore's back there to grab it. He's running backwards, back to the opposite end zone, and he'll kick it out.
Listen, we understand this isn't your grandparents' broadcast, but we have a dang good time when we're up here.
Ball at the 15-yard line.
New quarterback.
Number 12, right?
Yep.
That is Tommy Hutchinson. Tommy Hutchinson, the quarterback for the Rickards Raiders. How about Carson Griffin sliding back, and now you got Talon Moore sliding over. Looks over to the left side, then flashes back to the right over his head, and that is Kingston Paul with a pick, and that will do it, Kyle.
First interception of the year for Kingston Paul.
Kyle, while we have the whole crew listening, let's go ahead and name the Reliant South Construction Player of the Game.
This is tough. It really came down to two guys for me. I kind of earlier we had a conversation and it was easy, Dave. It was really easy that it was Adam Land at that point. But I feel like when you take defense and special teams into consideration, which I don't feel like I do a lot of the time, which is unfair, we always seem to pick an offensive player, and that's fine, right? We had picked Wyatt Fleming in week 1. Week 2, last week, we picked Sammy Chisholm. I'm going to go back to the defensive side of the ball, and we're going to mix in some special teams. Will Arboleta had a heck of a game tonight and a couple of incredible kick returns to give the Dolphins great field position and a couple of big plays on defense as well. And I feel like I owe him one a little bit.
I like it. Will Arboleta is your Reliant South Construction Player of the Game. Thanks to all of our sponsors, starting off with Arbor Properties, Cox Pools Commercial, Jessica Link Insurance, Panama City, Moose Lodge, 1389, Reliant South Construction, Steverson Air Conditioning, Whitehead Plumbing, Dermatology Associates, Skin and Cancer Center, Rosemary and Thyme, Sonny's Barbecue, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, and Waborski, Bradley, and Fleming. The title sponsor, PCB Hobby, Mr. Eddie's Barbershop, Beach House Sales and Development, Bite Me Custom Treats, Countryside Lawn Care, Bay County, GolfWithJ.com, Prices on Fencing, and KL Skaggs, Heating and Air. For Kyle Wright, I'm David Hayes. And this has been Mosley Football Live, presented by Mosley Touchdown Club and powered by PCB Hobby. Next week, we'll be on the road, so make sure to stay tuned to Mosley Football Live's YouTube page. Y'all take care. Just remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.
And roll Tribe.